What's up, everybody? What's up, Blue? How's it going? The link is in the description, Blue. Look in the description at the top. You'll find it there. How's it going, everybody? How's everybody doing this evening? Hope you guys are doing good. As for me, I'm doing okay. I'm trying to experiment with new ways to make videos. Instead of just, doing what I normally do. Hold on. There we go. What's up, Paul?
Not much. I was indisposed at the moment you bugged me.
Oh, okay. What's up, Brandon? How's it going out there, man? Thanks for coming by. But like I said, Blue, if you're still out there watching, the link is in the description. So how you doing today, Paul?
Well, about the same.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better than nothing.
I guess.
I guess. How's it going out there? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, Stella's a good friend of mine.
Well, they can join.
Let's see. All right, Blue, looking forward to having you here. Well, that's pretty cool, Brandon. Glad you got done studying, man. That's pretty cool. I'm glad that part of my life is over. I used to study a lot. I used to study all the time. Yeah, I just figured I'd have a show tonight now that my audio is working, because I remember last time I had to just scrap that show entirely because the power fucked everything up. Second, let me get Blue feature here. What's up, Blue?
Hello, Paul. Hello, Quiet Atheist. Glad to see you guys.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. I just uploaded my Jason Burns thing, and I'm relaxing.
So I'm looking forward to watching that as soon as I get done with this hangout tonight.
Yes, I won't spoil it for you, but I will say that I got to give Jason Burns credit. I mean, he's got balls. Anybody who is willing to stand up in front of an audience, I do respect that somehow. Really.
Yeah.
Talking about what?
What?
He asked. What's he talking about?
Oh, he's street preaching. He's saying complete nonsense. I give you that.
Okay. I don't give him any.
But, I mean, there are so many people who are afraid to show their face in a hangout. There are so many people who are afraid to make a video. There's so many people who are afraid to stand up in front of a crowd. I mean, lots of people are, but he isn't one of them.
Yeah, I personally know a few people that and they won't stand in front of them to speak. They're too scared.
Well, I'll tell you something. If I know what I'm talking about, I don't get scared.
That's good. That's good.
I guess it's what, maybe, I don't know, you guys can correct me on this, but I guess it's something along the lines of similar to having stage fright, I guess.
Yeah, well, I found out when I was doing some teaching for amateur radio at the community college where I used to live. Because I knew the subject, didn't bother me a bit. I knew the shit. They didn't.
Oh, okay. What's up, Shuri?
Aloha, how's my sound?
How's it going, man? You're sounding pretty good. Long time no see. Where you been?
Oh, I spent a couple of months in the hospital.
Oh, damn.
Had
What's up, man?
Had a case of Fournier's gangrene. Had to have a buttload, literally, of flesh taken out of my ass, and spent 2 months basically wound healing in the hospital. So,
Damn. I hope you're okay. Oh, me.
yeah, I'm doing good. Doing good. Got released around Thanksgiving, and then had to go back for Christmas. Had the colostomy reversed. That's all good. Wounds are all healing up real well. So, can't complain.
I'm glad to know. Yeah, I'm glad to know that you're healing up, man. That's good.
Okay, real quick. I'm closing some windows and stuff through. Anyway, if I disappear, I will be back.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Who else we got in here? Angry. What's up, Angry?
The mighty AHP.
Angry, unmute yourself, man. I can't hear you.
Maybe he's away from keyboard, a little-ish. He'll be here. He'll be here in a second, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Am I echoing all bad? Do I need to rejoin this mother?
I think I see two Pauls here.
Sound good to me, Blue.
I love the two Pauls.
Two Pauls.
Von Helton was right. It is the Barry Mandela effect. Look.
What the hell is the Barry Mandela effect?
It's very. You want the long answer or the short answer?
Either way.
It's what idiots say when they are lying. It's claiming that, oh, well, I'm from a different timeline. The timeline has been altered. I'm from a different universe, or in the universe I'm from, that didn't happen.
Who the fuck is Barry Mandela?
Do I summarize correctly? Or that's just how I hear Von Helton using it, so I assume that's what other knuckleheads are doing too.
So who is Barry Mandela?
Oh, the Mandela effect is the name of this thing. You can look it up. Barry Mandela is the name of a YouTube channel. Forgive me, I conflate them. Forgive me.
What's the Mandela effect then?
It is thinking that you are from a different universe and the timeline has been altered.
Okay, I got you. All right. Like sliders.
Here, I'll link to it. Hold on, I'll get the link to whatever the fuck. I'll read it too.
It's some deep conspiracy bullshit, is what it is.
Sounds like it.
Thank you for that beautiful summation that I did not do very well.
Hey, we have Stella in the hangout. How's it going, Stella?
Am I unmuted? Oh, I think I'm unmuted. Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine, Stella. Now, I have a feature on that automatically mute someone until I unmute them.
That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. Paul, who's also in the hangout here, told me about this feature because one time I was having a hangout and someone came in and porn bombed the shit out of my hangout, man. Oh, and at that time I didn't know that this was a feature on here, so I immediately put it on before I even start inviting people.
That is such a good idea. It's because like anyone can come in with it obviously being open. Like anyone can come in, but it doesn't mean they can talk, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah. So how have you been?
Oh, I'm really, really good. I don't know how you guys are coping with the politics over there at the moment. I've just like watched, I don't know how long ago that was, but I watched the whole Mike Pence thing doing like the life thingy rally for the like all the like the anti-abortionists, and I'm just really I was like, oh my god, he wants to take away women's right to choose what they do to their own bodies, and it's like, regardless of what I think of abortion, I would inflict my beliefs on other people. I personally wouldn't get one, but there are situations where women might want to have one, like if they're raped or something.
Yeah.
Or they just can't afford to have a fucking kid.
Exactly.
You have to understand.
Situations happen.
You have to understand that Mike Pence, in his home state, tried to pass legislation that would make mothers of miscarriages pay for their funerals.
Oh
Right.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And that's not just abortions, but he was targeting abortions in particular, but the law was written such that any miscarriage was a failure of a woman.
Yeah.
And she was given the burden and responsibility of burial, not disposal. So
some people get it like if the child, like if the baby's going to be very, very ill and have like a short, painful life, and that's one of the cases that I think you totally understand. It's not like
Zika virus or something like that. Yeah.
I don't think people do it just for the sake of doing it, because I imagine it'd be quite traumatic.
I even did a video recently where they wanted to make it a felony if women got an abortion, because they wanted to classify it as being a homicide, and if they did it that way, they could actually take the right to vote away from women. I thought that was horseshit too.
And usually people like that don't want contraception either, do they? It's like they do that and then they don't want contraception. So then you get the rise in young pregnancies, you get the uprising of AIDS and other illnesses. It's like, does he not know it's going to cause a whole load of problems?
Oh yeah.
Is he an idiot? Is he completely and utterly deranged? Because I don't think any rational human being would come out with the things he's doing, and that's your vice president. I mean,
well, you have to also understand Mike Pence is one of these fundamentalist believers who thinks that the Earth is less than 10,000 years. He's young Earth creationist. He's actually representative of about 40% of Americans, which is really sad.
That's really, really scary.
Is it 40? No, can't be 40%.
Well, as of 3 years ago,
it's too close to 40% for liking. How about that? I mean,
my best friend in the world is the youngest.
Even though it's bullshit and that it's against everything science is about, and it's proven that creationism is not real, and yet people still believe it. I don't understand that. I think even if you're a Christian or believe in God or any kind of theist, you gotta look at science, look at the facts, look at the evidence, and think, okay, like fair enough if they still want to believe in God.
You make the assumption that you make the assumption, I have to look at evidence. These people do not. So there's no facts or evidence to look at. They're only looking at their own echo chamber.
Yes, these people literally shun any evidence that might contradict or cause them some kind of cognitive dissonance.
Don't they have an intelligence test if you're going to go into politics? Because there should be.
Of course not.
No.
No. Testing if they're crazy, testing if they're intelligent enough to hold that kind of office. I'm sure many of them wouldn't make it.
It would be nice if they had a test like that, but unfortunately they don't. You gotta, I have to be honest, we got a bunch of dumb fucks running this country over here.
Can't hear you, Paul.
It's not that much better here, I have to say. It's not much better in the UK. I mean, dear Lord.
Oh, Theresa May's all right. I like her.
Oh,
She's all right.
No, we didn't even elect her. Oh, no, she's
if you're going to
awful.
start that noise.
She's awful.
Oh, look at who we didn't elect. Yeah, I'll take your non-elected PM over our non-elected president. Want to trade? Want to trade? Okay.
No, I'll keep.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
It's the lesser of the evils.
Shade. Oh shit. Let me see here. Hold on. Paul keeps dropping out and coming back in. And all right, Paul, you're back in.
Do you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, because I was told I was a nerd. Do you realize that they elected Trump and then you're asking questions about logical?
Right.
Yeah, it's like, why? Why did people?
Welcome to my universe that I somehow phased into for another one.
I thought it was a joke when I saw the news. When I saw the news the next day,
Really,
I thought,
actually, Trump's election is the greatest evidence for the Mandela effect that I've seen yet.
This is not my universe.
Oh shit. The Mandela effect. I think he wears
I'm
the
just wondering
Mandela.
how long it's going to be before he's gone in some capacity, some way, something happens.
you guys should have had Bernie. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Hillary, but at least she was somewhat normal. But I would have liked Bernie to be your guys' president.
Oh yeah, I would have loved for Bernie to be president.
Wouldn't he have been the first Jewish president as well?
He may.
You know,
I
that
think
would
so.
have been- Yeah, and that would have been progress. That would have been something different. It's like if Hillary had been, she'd have been the first woman, and you're thinking, oh, a little bit, opening the door a little bit, for a bit more variety, rather than just being like white men all the time.
Well, see, one of the problems with Bernie during the whole race is the fact that the DNC was, trying to sabotage him. They were trying to label him as an atheist to take votes away from him and shit like that. They were trying to sabotage him in every way that they could. And the only reason why people yeah. The only reason why people found out about all of this is because of the fact that, someone hacked their emails or someone got into their emails and revealed it, and that's how everything was found out,
Well, he wouldn't have been the first atheist, but anyway.
So that would have been cool too,
Lincoln pretty much was an atheist as much as you can be. The problem with Bernie was he should have been a Democrat at least 12 years ago or so. Put his time into the Democratic Party, and then they would have backed him more. But you just don't jump from being liberal into the Democratic Party and expect everybody to go, oh, thank you, oh, Lord, thank you.
Yeah.
I like Bernie, don't get me wrong, but that's the name of the game.
I think the problem was he's actually, left-leaning, not a right-leaning Democrat. That's why.
Well, see, another
He put his dues in.
Another problem too that was rather significant, I might add, is the fact that he was against the establishment. He didn't, he wasn't for big time bankers or Wall Street or anything like that. And
so
they saw that.
Their lovely tax breaks, then, wouldn't
To
they?
me, in a lot of ways, get rid of the freaking primary. Used to not have primaries.
Yeah.
Each party selected whoever they wanted to run. Go back to that. So all this other bullshit, because it's long enough already. Get rid of the primary.
Yeah.
They're going to put in there who they're going to want to put in there. Cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't have a primary. We didn't have Trump.
Yeah. Just we'll have to wait. We're just going to have to wait, Paul. See what happens these 4 years.
I still say I don't see him making it 4 years.
But then, won't you get
I
stuck
already
with
see-
Pence? Won't you get stuck with Pence though? Wouldn't that be worse?
Yes and no.
Pence, yeah, Pence is even fucking worse.
I
Well,
do. I
he's
think he's
ways,
worse
but I
because he's
don't
a
think
real
he's-
believer in Christianity. Whereas I think Trump's probably a little bit half-hearted with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if he's half-hearted or not. If he's still doing the same bullshit, what the hell?
I don't know. I
Well,
think Pence
you know-
might institute some very dangerous laws. And
Also, remember that what that executive order that Trump did only relates to federal fundings.
Mm.
It doesn't relate
Yeah.
to state fundings or other fundings for abortion. It only refers
Well,
to
see,
their funding.
yeah. Well, see, the common misconception that a lot of Christians like to, one of the things that Christians like to do is say that, allegedly Planned Parenthood is funded with federal funds in regards to abortions. And that is not the case. Actually, that's against the Constitution of the United States. That's against the law. No federal funds are allowed to go towards abortions in Planned Parenthood. In fact, Planned Parenthood goes through an audit, from what I understand, once a year to make sure that does not happen.
Yeah, well, I understand all that, but see, they're playing to a bunch of people that have no idea what country they live in. I think they may be transported over from another dimension.
Yeah.
They're clueless. You know what we got to do? We got to do exactly what it used to be when I was a kid. You had the Methodists, you had the Baptists, they were all separate and fighting among themselves. And then all of a sudden somebody got the bright idea, let's all call ourselves just Christian and come underneath that banner. What we got to do is now point out to them, oh, you want this to happen? Well, which branch of Christianity are we going to follow? And start to get them to bicker again.
yeah, because they're all different. They all there's many contradictions with each.
Right. So we got to bring that out to them that, oh, you want Pence in there? Well, he's like this. Oh, he's not a Christian like you. So why are you defending him? Point it out what he is.
Yeah.
Break up that damn conglomeration of different, everybody's a Christian, blah blah. No, break it up. Show them that they're not all the same, and maybe we can get somewhere.
Because if they use that logic, surely all theists would all be under the same banner. It's like, pick one. What's your true belief? You're going to believe if they're that flaky about it.
You're not a true Christian. Do something fucked up. Other than that, you're human. Everyone makes mistakes.
Maybe we can help. Maybe we can help. Maybe we can hope that this will divide them eventually. That's about the only thing I can think of. And then I'll skip to another universe.
Well, from what I understand, I'm not sure how true it is. I haven't looked into it that much. Apparently, the Republicans are at each other's throats now. There's a big wedge that is being driven between all of them when it comes to Trump. From what I understand, there are some Republicans out there that actually don't like what he's doing, but apparently they're too scared. Yeah, apparently they're too scared to say anything about it.
The House has to be concerned because at midterms, they feel the burden of whatever America feels about Trump. And the Senate, about a third of the seats would possibly change over at midterms also. So
I'm not voting Democrat. Fuck them. I'll never vote Democrat again, ever. Fuck the Democratic Party. They can wither.
Okay. Thank you for fucking me. That's nice of you.
I'll vote independent.
For nothing. You'll vote for nothing. You'll throw your vote away, so I don't want to hear about you. Here's something good.
There's something to be said for that.
Here's some good beer. This is good beer. This is 9.5%.
Bernie had to run as a Democrat to get some name recognition. He had to run in the primaries to get some name recognition so that anybody would know who he was. But in 2020, he doesn't have to. He could run independent, third party, or just independent, and he would already have the name recognition. He's already getting the attention.
I'm sorry, but
It's possible
until we have voting like they have in Australia, where you can do your first choice and your second choice, and there's four parties, you do your whatever choices. So you don't throw your freaking vote away completely for a third party. It ain't going nowhere. So the only thing you're doing is you're voting for the damn party you don't want to vote for. As soon as you throw your vote away, you might as well stay the hell home.
No.
Don't kid yourself.
Stupid way.
Goddamn self. Go get a Bible, study the Bible, and go for that way.
Then it would make a fucking difference. Then
all those people who said, "Oh, I'm not going to vote for the Democrat," so now we got fucking Trump. God damn, what do you need to? How many times do you have to get smacked in the face before you go, "Hey, this ain't working"?
Well, the fucking Democratic primary,
and you're going to be just like the freaking Republican people, the little guy who votes for Republican and keeps hoping to God that someday they're going to fucking work for them. Come on, get real.
I think
right-wing Democrat and a right-wing Republican. I'll pick the Republican every time.
You can have your Republicans. Look what they're doing. Look what they're doing. They're trying to get the Bible in there, so you're going to vote for Republicans. What the hell do you need? How many times do you have to get smacked in the face before you go, "Hey, this isn't working"? This is.
I'd like to see the elimination of both parties.
This ain't freaking working, man. I'd
like to see the elimination. Yeah, he's not working with either of the mechanisms, with the machines on either side. I'd like to see it eliminated.
To show the fucking by change.
And then you just have a primary where everybody just throws their name on the ballot, and the top two people that come out of that, if one of them gets a majority in the primary, then that's it. If they don't, then the two highest in plurality get a runoff, and that's the end of the election.
No,
and it should be
get rid of.
Start in July and end in November.
Yeah, but to me, I just rather get rid of the primary. Make this the freaking season goes on for years already.
Well, get rid of the election.
That's it. Freaking primary, because they're going to choose for the damn party. Get that done with, so we're out of the damn picture. And then whoever they present, then we vote for them. Screw this damn primary bullshit.
Well, sorry, we don't do shit the way Paul wants us to do shit.
I'm just saying, hey, whatever. If you're going to vote for, you're going to throw your vote away. Don't tell me you're voting because you just threw your vote away.
I'm not throwing shit away.
Yes, you are.
What?
They're throwing your vote away.
I declare this fight over.
Fuckers out here that think like me.
What's that going to do? What's that going to do? That's going to keep Trump out of power by not voting for somebody who could probably get in there and knock him out?
Who?
Break. So
what big ass fucker are you gonna put in the Democrat spot this time?
Dissonance. Talk about left hand not knowing the right hand is doing.
Yeah.
I don't care if they had a fucking muddy whatever running on the Democratic Party. I would have voted for the mud. Because I know this guy's a fucking goddamn loony.
Yeah.
He's a freaking loony.
I know. Dude, I mean,
he's got tons of faults, but I don't know anybody in this universe that doesn't. It's just that our faults are not out there on the damn table all the time. Whatever we do doesn't mean anything. We're not going to do anything out there that's going to account for anything that anybody gives a shit. Benghazi. Yeah. How many Benghazis did Bush have? Many more than Hillary ever had. And she doesn't appropriate money. Congress appropriated no money for defense. So the place was overrun. Oh, there's a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how you
Look what
feel.
they're doing. I mean, what do you need? Sorry, quiet, but look what they're doing. What the hell do you need as a fucking goddamn evidence that they got a fucking shithead in there? What evidence?
What evidence is he any worse than the last four? Seriously.
You would not be having fucking women's rights being knocked away right now.
What?
If Hillary was in there, you wouldn't be not having the problems we're having now with people's rights.
Bullshit. What
No
people?
bullshit about it. No bullshit about it.
Who's
No
losing
bullshit
right?
about it. Zero. None. None at all.
Tell me.
The Republicans will still be doing their fucking bullshit, but she'd be able to block it.
Rights, Paul.
Hey, I'm speaking of women's rights. I was going to tell Stella about this a little bit ago, but it escaped me at the moment. But now that I am reminded about it, I'm getting ready to do a video. Where Republicans right now created a bill that is called the Heartbeat Bill.
Oh, geez.
And they're trying to overturn Roe versus Wade. And that's basically what it's all about. I'm getting ready to do a video on it here pretty quick.
There you go. There you go. And you got a bozo in there just doesn't have a fucking damn head for anything. Look, do you see that interview they had with the press? And he's going, see this picture up here on the wall? See how big my crowd was? I had a real big crowd. Talk about somebody in his Looney Tunes.
Why are you so upset about that? He's a fucking clown. What the fuck? That's
Because he's president.
Like a
He's
child.
nobody to block the Republicans now. That's what I'm upset about. What do I have to say or do to get it through your skull?
You fucking paved the way for him.
God, you're ridiculous.
Fucking mad enough. You beat him and you drop the fucking ball, Paul.
You're stupid as hell, Angry. You're absolutely stupid as hell.
Admit that. What the fuck?
Can we just
You're
agree that
stupid as
nobody's
hell.
stupid as Trump? Nobody is stupid as Trump. Nobody.
You're stupid as hell, Angry.
What's up, Stella?
I said, like, whatever anybody's opinions, nobody is as stupid as Trump.
God, you're stupid.
Whatever.
But I think one of the problems with that we have now is the fact that, number one, when it comes to the Republicans, they control the House, they control the Senate, they control everything, right? And then since they know that Trump is the president, they're going to try and get him to do all of this stupid shit by passing all of these bills. And the thing that worries me the most about all of this, guys, is the fact that they're probably going to be successful doing it.
Yes.
And you know why I think there's so many the Republicans want so many seats? It's because so many people held their breath and voted for Clinton, or that they voted Republican to keep her in check. So when Trump won, when they didn't come out in enough numbers and Trump won, then we got a Republican everything.
Hillary would not have to be put in check. Not at all. Zero. Not at all. What you do? Watch Fox News?
No. What?
Bullshit.
She's fucking. Keep denying that Clinton was a fucking horrible idea. All you want. It doesn't change the fact that she's the reason Trump is president.
Oh, she's the reason. They ain't the people that voted. No.
Because
The fucking people that voted are innocent. They're sweet and lovable.
give you a reason. She couldn't win. She couldn't win.
The problem is they didn't see Trump for what he was. That when he gets to be president, he'll act differently. Fuck.
Please, my cat would make a better president.
My left nut would make a better president. Sorry, but that's the way it is.
Left bollock for president. Left bollock for president.
Honestly, I mean, really. He hasn't changed anywhere down the pike. It just stays the same. And this whole campaign, they talk about people flip-flopping. This guy made a fish look like it was slow in the bottom of the boat flopping around trying to get out.
No, but that's one of the things that's worrying me a lot. And you know,
and then you have to have a thing called reading skill to be able to read what you're going to sign.
Right. He has lawyers and shit.
Nobody tells him what he doesn't know already. Nobody doesn't tell Trump what he doesn't know already.
Get out of here, Paul.
You think anybody has his ear? Nobody has his ear. Nobody. Did you see his wife at the damn? They showed that one clip where Trump turned around and it looks like he was probably disciplining his kid. And she's got a big smile. As soon as he turns around.
you know, I watched a video today.
Prisoner.
Hey, what's up? Before I say what I was going to say, I would like to say what's up to Amaria. Thank you for showing up, Amaria.
Hello.
But what I was going to say is, I watched an interesting video today about Donald Trump and his wife, and apparently, I don't know how true it is or what. You know, there was this accusation being thrown around about Melania being afraid of him. And real submissive to him when it, you know, all kinds of stupid shit, man.
She might
And
said her goldfish died. It was really sad. He said something, she smiled, and went back to her sadness. You don't know.
yeah,
Do you see how when he got out of the freaking car, when
Yeah.
every other president, I'm not even going to talk about Obama, any other president would get out of the car with his wife, he would wait for her and escort her up to whatever. You know, that's his woman. When Trump got out of the car, it was like she didn't exist.
Gives a fuck, Paul.
She didn't exist in his life.
watch when she gets a little
I
bit
don't
older.
care. Real quick, I don't care
That will
if
be
it's
interesting.
looking right. I don't care if that's what you do to look like you're doing. He doesn't give a shit about her. He doesn't give a effing shit about her.
Hey, Paul, did you ever get into an argument with your wife?
Oh my God, man! Yes,
Now, did you ever? You and your wife
I've gotten in an argument with my wife. What's that got to do with
they were,
being on freaking stage in front of the world and you get out of the car and you don't wait for your woman? That is disrespectful as hell. He disrespects his wife on public. Public.
Hold on a minute. I would like to say goodbye. Hold on a second, Cherie. Thank you for coming by, Cherie. Hopefully
thanks
you
for
can
having
come
me.
by next
Shut
time.
I'll be back.
All right.
We don't have to imagine with Trump disrespects his wife. We don't have to go, I wonder if he disrespects his wife. We can see it.
stop
We don't
him.
have to know anything about him because it's all out there. Everything we're talking about is shit we've seen him do.
Him looking at his wife away or walking away from his wife. Ain't worried about him signing fucking a push through on Dapple. Ain't worried about fucking the gag order he put on the fucking environmental studies. No, you give a fuck about what fucking kind of a douchebag he is personally.
Oh, well, see,
What makes
that's
you
a
think
good.
he's going to do anything for you if he's a douchebag? That's the whole point. Don't you say that's the whole fucking point? He doesn't even care about his wife. So what the fuck does he think he cares about you?
No,
What makes you think in your wildest dream that he gives a rat's ass about you? If he can't even care about his wife, you ain't shit.
it's not the president. You fucking.
Oh my God! You know, you're like, it's like talking to a fucking goddamn flat earther.
No, not. It's
And you're a fucking flat earther when it comes to mentality.
sorry.
Can we have a can we start talking about something else, guys, please?
Hi, John.
Whatever.
This conversation isn't going anywhere. What's up, Hector?
So, I see Paul's about to blow a gasket.
No, I ain't begun to go yet. This is first gear. I got 5 more to go.
Santa Claus is pissed.
Well, let me grab my popcorn then.
Hey, well, see now, Hector, at least I texted you this time.
Yeah, I was out. I was buying gun and shit.
Oh, shit, man. It's just bothering me with all of this bullshit that's going on, man. It's going to get worse before it gets a lot better. But anyway.
Am I the
Oh, what's
only
that?
one who is amused by what's happening all the time? Like, I'm literally, like, reading the news and watching the news, eating
but
fucking
I
popcorn.
think, really, if I was in another country, I guess I would be amused too.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that there's a lot of people that are probably amused, you know, when it comes to what's going on in our politics here in America.
Well, rather, actually, not amused, but everyone is pretty horrified, actually.
No.
People who could think could see the asshole for what he is.
Yeah. What do you think about our politics here in America, Stella?
What politics?
Oh, it's crazy. I thought our politicians were bad. No, it just doesn't compare to over there. I mean, we've had some stinkers here, but jeez, man.
The Republican Party is not the Republican Party when I was a kid.
We're a Christian country, but we generally try not to mix that with politics.
Yeah. See, that's the problem here. You got a large percentage of the, you know, I can't say all of them. I want to say hashtag not all, but you got a large percentage of the Republicans over here who, you know, want a theocracy. They want to throw the Constitution out of the fucking window like it's nothing, like it's a piece of paper, you know, to wipe your ass with, basically. That's how they look at it that way.
You know, politics right now is a bit like the moment the Titanic is sinking. Like, it's horrifying. It's horrible. Like, you see people dying and all sorts of shit. You see the ship breaking.
The Titanic.
It has politics been more exciting than now.
But you cannot look away.
The Titanic is sinking, and Trump is Godzilla pushing it down.
Oh, beautiful.
We could use Josh Feuerstein as a fucking raft.
I'm gonna jump off the ship. Fuck it.
No, but seriously, like, it's like
They have the mentality, you know, well, the ship can't be sinking. Look at the ass of the ship, the Titanic, is sticking out of water, so it must be okay.
well, the thing is, like,
Give me that.
like, it's horrible what's happening, but it's also quite amusing since, well,
yeah,
it's like a train wreck.
I'm just hoping that this opens up a lot of these people who voted for him's eyes. And all we need, like I said in our conversation I had before, all we need is 20-30% of them to really go, whoa, whoa.
Well, that probably already happened, but you guys have still 4 years to go. Well,
No, we have
Planet.
2 years to the next elections. We have 2
Yes,
years.
with the Democrats, the Democratic Party still has a chance to get back into a lot of these seats in a
Yeah,
couple
I
of
don't
years.
know how many, I have to look it up, but somebody can look it up, how many Senate seats are going to be opening in 2 years and how many
Yeah.
congressmen. Well, congressmen's every 2 years, so that's a whole new, no new crowd. As soon as they get elected, they're already out there trying to get reelected.
Question.
What the hell you
Yeah.
have on the shoulder? Is that a cat?
Yeah, it's annoying kitten.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Because you never know. You just never know. It might be some demon.
A demon. That's all we need. Lucifer.
Yes, I would totally vote
When
for
you
a demon
have
over Trump.
politicians,
Dinner.
when you have politicians talking as if demons are real, we have gotten rid of witch burning, but that's the first step to going back to witch burning.
What?
Lucifer's little brother.
People that believe
Lucifer's
in demons. I'm sorry. I'm just scared as hell.
Lucifer's little brother is running the country. Oh shit!
Can't be fixed because no one will admit the problem.
What's up,
I
Ingrid?
noticed in the Bible, did the devil actually do anything wrong in the Bible? I mean, God seems to have committed more genocide than anybody in that book.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
the
you
devil
can't-
has what? Around 10 kills? God has like 9 million or something?
Yeah. That's what the
He
Bible
seems like a
says.
prankster in comparison. Come on, God, let's put a bet on.
See, 9.5.
But then the only reason why from what I understand, I don't know, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
You're
but
wrong.
The only reason why Lucifer has 10 kills is because apparently God made him do it.
Made him do what?
Two people.
Oh,
So
the
that
whole,
makes him having 0 kills.
the whole bullshit with Lucifer was supposed to be that he was told by God that he had to put Adam, had to put humans above him. And, you know, he didn't like that. He didn't like that. And I don't blame him because we fart and shit.
Yeah. And we vote on Donald Trump's.
Donald Trump's.
Hey,
I
hey,
just love how he's getting barraged. Even Bush and the other ones didn't come close to how he's being barraged with shit.
well, thing
I
is,
tell
like,
you what.
like as a foreigner to the United States, I have to light that fire just a little bit more. Just poke it.
You realize that those missiles are pointed at you, right?
Yes, I know, and
Okay,
I don't care.
Just so you know, you're going to be kissing your ass goodbye. That's all we need to know.
Well, thing is, I won't
Oh,
feel a thing.
Well, the guy in the chat who goes by the name of Doctor,
There's a original one.
He said something interesting. He says the devil has 8 kills, God has 4.6 million, not including the flood and 14 city-states.
And including animals and babies.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yep.
God is great. Don't you watch the Midwest? You should see the tornadoes here. And people are going, you know, and they're, oh, thank God it wasn't worse. Thank God. No matter what happens, God comes out on top. Everybody's killed.
And then there's the Jesus statue.
If everybody's killed, it's God's way. If everybody's
Here's
killed, it's
how
God's
I
way.
feel.
If
Yeah.
no babies are killed, and hooray, it's a miracle. You know, no matter what happens, God comes out on top. I want to write a book on that, or at least a short story on, you know, Jesus came up with the greatest thing ever. It was hell. And once he came up with hell, everybody's been kissing God's ass. Because back in the good old days, we used to have multiple temples. If you didn't like this particular guy because he wasn't working for you, you went to the next temple. Now there's only one temple. So it's everything or nothing. You know, you got no choice.
All right, everybody. I would like to introduce somebody who I happen to admire a lot. I've been following him on YouTube for a long time. He goes by the name of the Preaching Atheist. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I have him on Facebook.
Bobby, you're gonna have to mute yourself.
Is he there? Yeah, Bob. Up on the top of the screen, there's things, and you click on the one that says mic and unmute yourself. There you go. You got it.
Okay, well,
Hey,
Yeah, it's loud.
hey, Bobby, how's it going?
You click on the one that says unmute yourself.
and,
There you go. You got it.
okay, you got it. Hey, I'm only stupid when I'm awake.
Oh, okay. That's a good saying.
I'm only stupid when I'm awake.
Yeah, I have him on. He's a Facebook friend.
So how's it going, Bobby?
It's doing pretty good.
That works, man. I really love the shit out of your videos.
Oh, thank you. I like yours. That's why I'm a subscriber.
Yep.
JR, go
So
find out
what
why
do
the
you
heater
think?
went on.
What do you think of our politics, Bobby?
Well, if I want to keep my sanity, I really don't think about it. It's
Oh, okay.
I mean, it has really gotten out of hand. I never thought we would get to the place we are today. You know, I may be over melodramatic, but be quite frankly with you, I'm probably the first time ever in my adult life I'm actually fearful of what lays ahead of us.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I completely understand.
But then you used to deal with these people on a one-to-one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Some of them are okay, you know. Obviously, they're, you know, you've got your normal, almost normal people within it, but a lot of the ones that I dealt with, majority of the time, looking back on it now, retrospectively speaking, they are just absolutely batshit crazy, and it's really disturbing to know that they now basically control our government, at least for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Wow. I know, man, and that. I don't know.
Real quick, were you part of the clergy project at any time, or just?
Excuse me. You know, I wasn't. When I finally came to grips with reality, I think the clergy project had either just began or was less than a year old at the time. Also, I was one of the few that I know that took the Bible literally, and I did not. I always worked. I didn't take an income from people.
Where's the Big Lots bag that we brought home?
You know, so you know, it would have been great if I could have been a part of something like that.
Because I know James Randi. I've met the first one that went through the clergy project. I can't think of his name offhand, but I met him and a few other people, you know, with that stuff.
But I mean, I'm glad it's there. I mean, it's really, to be truthful with you, and I'm not just saying this now as an atheist, but particularly when it comes to the evangelical right, and particularly when it comes to what I refer to as the hyper spiritualists, those that are, you know, those tongue talkers and prophecies and dreams and so forth. I don't know. It's just they're just a very they are an absolute scary bunch of people. I had a thought,
I went
but
to an evangelical thing once. It's scary. It's absolutely scary.
Yeah, it's amazing how much they're out of touch with reality.
Yeah, and I was a Christian, so when I was like younger, and I went to the church because I thought, oh, I'll go to this church, because I never really felt like one religion or another kind of. I was kind of like, I believe in God, I'll go to church. So I tried it out for like a day, and it was just so weird, like really weird.
Well, I right after Santa Claus, I dropped God and Jesus.
That's 3 days ago.
Honestly, when I was about
It's
6, 7.
It's like the last fairy tale, isn't it? It's the last fairy tale.
Honestly, after 6 or 7, I looked at the one and I said, "This is the same bullshit. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake."
He changed his name to Paul.
I have a theory about Santa Claus. I mean, because if he knows when you're awake, he knows when you're sleeping.
Well, I used to be Santa Claus.
Yeah, this asshole's a stalker. You got to watch him. He's peeking through your windows.
No different than God.
He's watching you guys take a shower.
He's a sexual pervert, man.
Well, so is God. But technically, God watches you all the time.
Yeah,
I
guy can't get enough, man. He made billions of us. Can't get enough.
That's what we are. We're God's porn.
Right.
Just think about it, right?
He particularly likes to watch John.
You are having your me time and you are having a good time. You found some good side. You're going at it, right? And then you have to think about it. God is watching you.
What the fuck?
I will drop the other shoe. This comes for you.
Nasty.
With that,
I would say. Well,
I was trying to show you. This is 9.5% alcohol. Watch out.
I would say.
Just a diet Mountain Dew.
I would say, well, mister, if you're going to continue to watch, I'm going to have to start charging you $1 a minute, man.
God. Oh, man.
Well, then I would probably be a millionaire by now. But nope.
We'd be a multi-billionaire like Donald Trump.
Hey, angry, kissy.
Hey, speaking of money,
Bell first. Hold on.
I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. You know, speaking of money, I was watching a video yesterday. Okay, well, I know you got money, Hector, but listen to my story here. I was watching a video yesterday, and they were giving some projections regarding Bill Gates, right? And right now they said that he's worth, I think it was $85 billion.
Oh my
well, anyway,
God.
they project him by the time he's 82 years old. They project him to be the world's first trillionaire.
Jeez.
Let's start with heroin, and he'll be broke.
That's a lot of heroin.
That's a lot of heroin.
A building made out of heroin.
Man, he could fill the oceans with heroin and he would have money to spare.
Hey, why is there a kitty going over there?
I got a message here for the Preaching Atheist from Secular Lobster Ministries.
Well, when he come in?
I don't know why he hasn't come in yet, but anyway, he says, let's see, lobsters love the Preaching Atheist.
And
he converted back and back that one up.
I love lobster too. What can I tell you?
yeah, lobsters love butter. That's why I dip them in it.
Lobsters are great, though.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's nice to say. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm about to go to Red Lobster sometime soon. But usually, baby back ribs from Outback call me real loudly.
Well, see, one of my favorite foods is lobster, and another one that I really like is stone crab. Have you guys tried that?
My uncle was supposed to do that one time. We were in Florida, but it never happened.
Yeah. Well, that's when I went to Florida a few years back. That's when I had stone crab for the first time. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that's where he was. He's gone too. I got one uncle out of 13 left.
Hey, Paul, do they have Smoky Bones out by you?
What? Where?
Do they have a Smoky Bones out by you?
Yes, they do. I think I was there once.
Get the dry rub ribs. We had those the other night. They were really good.
Yeah.
Now
I like Outback's baby backs.
The question is, if you guys were in the same position as Bill Gates and you were about to be the world's first trillionaire, what would you do?
Bush is going to be Trump. Never mind. I won't say it.
Get an operation to get my dick bigger?
Hey, the way they're selling off land now, the bastards are trying to sell off land. If I was I'm helping Bill Gates, if anybody buys that shit.
I'd buy an island. Oh yeah.
You know,
Well, not me. You know what I do? Being that, you know, the Republicans and all them idiots are trying to, curb stomp Planned Parenthood. I tell Planned Parenthood, I tell them, hey, it's all right. Let them take their money. I'm going to sign you guys over a check for about $20 billion.
yeah, it doesn't have to be. It wouldn't have to be that much. But I would love to see Bill Gates buy the lands and stuff that they're trying to run, so he can put that in a trust. So he gives it back to us.
You know what?
They're gone.
Go back and forth across America and proving everyone, yeah, you would do it for $1 million, you lying motherfucker.
You know what I would do?
Talking about?
I would literally build myself a home on the moon. Like, fuck this planet. I'm out.
Yeah.
Then there's the problem of water and air.
I have
I think it's time to
$1
get
billion.
out.
I have $1 trillion.
That's what an island.
Water and air is not a problem when you have that much money.
Yeah. So, Bobby, do you have any future videos coming up?
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, I have one that'll be available after midnight tonight, Central Standard Time. Basically, I'm talking about the family values of the Bible. So.
Oh, okay.
I so wish somebody would make a goddamn list of these family values. I keep hearing about it, but nobody puts a fucking list out.
While they do have one where you're if a woman is not a virgin on her wedding night, she's to be stoned to death. So.
Well, yeah.
That's a lot of pot, you know.
I mean, there's a lot of. In fact, this year I've decided I'm trying to keep my videos between 8 to 10 minutes maximum, just for viewability. But on this one, it went 18 minutes. I had no choice. You've got stoning kids if they rebel against their parents. You've got
picking up sticks on Sunday.
Yeah, picking up sticks. You've got a father selling his daughter into slavery. You've got someone who rapes a woman if he pays her father, he gets away with it. Just all kinds of crazy shit, and then you've got where Jesus talks about in both Matthew and Luke, where if you don't hate your family, then you're not worthy of him.
Yeah. Isn't this funny? You have to pay the guy because you defiled his daughter. And people say, well, that's why he had to marry the rapist, because now she wasn't worth anything. It wouldn't be like God could say, no, that's not right. She's still worth just as much as she was before. No, God can't say that. God can't say that her being raped doesn't defile her. No, we can't do that.
Well, women
were. What fucking God do they have?
Well, you've got a God who considers women less than chattel. I mean, they're property. And think about the Christians in this country. They didn't even give women the right to vote to when was it, 1920, 21, something of that nature?
Yeah, then God wonders why Eve said,
yeah, you women ought to remain silent. You cannot have a position of authority over a man.
But in the other Genesis,
they can vote before women.
Yeah, but in the other Genesis, they were both made at the same time.
No,
There's no inconsistency in the Bible. One place they're both made at the same time, and the other man was made first, and then the woman.
Yeah, but isn't there a theory that in reality he had two wives because of that inconsistency? Isn't that
I'm still wondering where the bitches came from. Sorry, that the son's married. Isn't that a miracle?
That is so misogynistic of you, Paul, to refer to women as bitches, man. I swear. You are part of the white, male privilege world today that we are fighting, man.
Well, isn't Trump pointing that out real well? Isn't Trump pointing out real well that if you have money and you're white, your shit don't stink.
He could have grabbed Clinton by the pussy on the debate stage and still beat her.
I got plans for this country, and they're gonna be huge.
I'm gonna grab a
Unlike him in the pants, they're going to be huge.
Huge. That's huge.
But you know, he's gonna build a wall. Gonna build a wall. Nobody's coming into my playground. Whoa.
Like Bill Zuckerberg.
I can't believe he signed an executive order for that shit, man.
That don't mean nothing. I told you. That executive order is like, toilet paper. It don't mean nothing. Unless you have the funds, unless you have the monies appropriated by Congress, it means nothing.
Well, I'm sure he'll find a way to get it.
No, he won't. He's just
because it's supposed
to tax anything coming from Mexico at 20%.
They're supposed to start construction on it in about 3 months.
I can write my little initials down here and make a little signature. See how powerful I am? Oh, look at that.
You're gonna have to get the Hoff to stand on top of it and try and knock it down.
Somebody needs to smack him around. I mean,
Paul's out there with a baseball.
I would love the generals to come into the damn Oval Office and smack him around for a while.
Yes, Paul, we get it. You don't like Trump.
He needs a licking more than anybody else. And I haven't had Section 5.5 years, and I need a licking.
I have another question for everybody on the panel. What is your what is your favorite section of the Bible? Mine is Revelation.
Oh,
mine's the end.
Yes.
From page 1.
Leviticus.
You know, use rolling paper.
Yeah.
Leviticus.
From the first page to the last page, I think they're absolutely terrific for starting a fire.
Or if you run out of rolling papers, the Bible makes a good joint.
I'm a joint like that big right there.
My joints are really big.
Actually, I'm talking about story-wise. I didn't say what you can do with the fucking paper now.
Look, I tried getting to the Bible the second time, and when I got to all the killing going on, that was it. There is no favorite set. No, I don't have.
I always like the Moses bit. I always like the Moses bit, like when when they've made films of it and that.
Yeah, but
I like the killing period, man, especially when it came to the Jews.
But we got a goddamn lockdown in Tennessee because of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I actually rolled a joint out of a Bible. And trust me,
I have back in the day.
That fucking ink in there, that gives you a splitting headache.
Oh, they're definitely smoking something to, to see the Red Sea part.
That's blasphemy.
That's because you bought a Bible that was made in China, where they use lead ink. We in America only use vegetable oil-based inks in our Bibles.
No, use blood. Come on now. Virgin blood.
So I assume you experienced spirituality from the Most High.
I can neither confirm nor deny that I've done over 20 acid trips in my life.
You guys see 31.
20 acid trips.
This is the whole secret to the universe. Is kick ass.
Yep.
Oh fuck it.
31.
I'm right there with you.
I want to.
At least
I want
one.
to see part.
You know, it's funny. I've said this before. I showed this to a friend of mine, Kick-Ass, and you know what he got upset about? Not that hit girl killed all those people, and that she said cunt. That's what upset him. Oh my God!
I rather love the word cunt. I use the word cunt every day.
Well, she killed 6 to 8 people. No, that's not the problem. The problem is she said cunt.
Why are people offended by that word? It's far better than the word vagina.
Yeah, that's another thing too that I like, that I don't like. You know, since we're gonna branch away from religion for a minute, that's another thing that I don't like is people who fucking police language. Oh, you can't say this, you can't say that.
If you don't want to be called a cunt, then don't be a cunt.
Exactly.
I gotta watch that again.
Am I the only one?
Paul is showing his DVD collection again.
No, Blu-ray. Fuck her.
Yeah, Blu-ray.
Paul's VHS collection from back in the 80s.
What kind of movies we got here? We got Jason Bourne and The Warrior.
That's another thing. You know, that's one thing I can't stand. Oh, you're saying this. You're a cis.
Come out.
You're
Hey, quiet. Oh.
What?
Oh,
I'm trying to say something. Go ahead.
Okay, when you get done, I just want to say something. I just wanted to,
Well, go ahead. Go ahead. You have the floor, man.
No, I just wanted the Preaching Atheist, man. I just wanted to, I really enjoy his videos.
While he stepped away for a minute to get a drink, he'll be right back.
Fucking
I never heard of him until now.
Oh, I love why he's good, man. I mean,
yeah, but he was gone for a while.
I'll have to check out his channel.
It still says he's in here, man. Well, yeah, he's gone for a while.
No, gone on maybe
AFK.
Oh yeah, he doesn't make them,
He's just come back in lately making videos.
Yeah, I've been subscribed to the Preaching Atheist for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
I have him on Facebook.
Oh, I farted.
When I used to go to church, I used to always like a preacher that could talk real good. And the Preaching Atheist seems to be able to fill that void for me at times.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I really like his. The Preaching Atheist videos because they're informational to me anyway.
But I was like I said, I dropped this bullshit when I was very young. And I never bought into the Jesus bullshit. That just never made any sense to me. It just.
Oh, come on, Paul. You just want to see him.
No, yeah, I want to see him.
You're rejecting God.
You can see all the sinful pictures I have behind me. They're female.
Oh, what's God's spelled backwards?
I mean, I do have other pictures above them.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you just mirrored everybody else sound like you're underwater too.
No, actually, when you came back into the room angry, I had to feature you. I have a feature on that mutes people when they first come in.
No, everybody
It's nothing personal. Everybody comes in like that, man.
No, it's personal. It's definitely.
I know it's personal. Yeah, he's angry at everything. He hates everybody.
Yes, shut the fuck up and answer a question. God damn it!
I go by the mirror in the bathroom. I start cussing at it.
Oh, you do a lot of things in the mirror that we don't want to talk about, man. So
that's okay, sweetheart.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Mark about.
Hello?
Hello?
It's a fucking yes or no.
God.
Is
this that guy is this that phone scam guy that's telling people to say yes so he can, oh shit, I said yes. Oh God, I did it again. That phone scam thing that's going around the country where the people call you and they want you to say,
fat guy in a little coat.
What?
Grandpa bought a rubber.
But whatever.
And Grandma got ran by a reindeer. There you go.
Was angry?
What did Angry leave for? I don't know what he keeps coming in and out. I don't know why.
I think he's trying to ask a question, but he can't understand what he's saying because his mic keeps breaking up. And then he starts getting pissed off, but I can't understand what he's getting pissed off about.
Well, see, he doesn't have a microphone. He's just running off of his tablet, I guess.
Oh, well, I'm on my laptop.
I'm on my laptop.
Well, someone's have money and we can buy better equipment.
There's the monitor.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you're coming back, Angry. I didn't kick you out, so don't.
We did not mean to offend you.
I need somebody to yell at it. He's good as any.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not going to yell at Stella. No.
What's up, Paul?
I'm not going to yell at Stella. No.
Why?
Because she's female.
That's sexist. I should be yelled at like anybody else.
Yeah. I might just grow a vagina and just look a bitch at you.
No, that's not a pretty picture. Oh, no.
I got some pussy. See pussy?
No. no.
Oh, come on,
I'm not
Hector.
going there. I'm not going.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Hector. You got you're a misogynist.
Yeah.
I got various kinds of different colors.
Aww.
Okay, guys, fuck off. Go away. Go play. All girl cats.
Oh man. Let me see if I could get a hold of Angry. I'm not sure what the hell he's doing.
Want him to be happy here.
If he didn't leave after I chastise him, well, I don't think he'd be leaving for any reason.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just sometimes it's hard to understand him because of his audio equipment. It doesn't work really well.
He's always pissed off about shit, man. I mean, you know.
There's an elephant of a different color.
Oh my God, that's an Illuminati sign, man.
Oh God.
You know, I'm just playing GTA 5.
How much Rick and Morty?
GTA 5.
Yeah.
See. This guy was on the ark, and as you can see by his teeth, he is definitely a plant eater. He had nothing to do with eating flesh. You can see that from that mouth that he was a plant eater.
Oh yeah.
He ate those giant redwood trees in the redwood forest, and he needed those giant jaw-like things to rip the tree out of the ground with his giant roots.
That's the mark.
Now, see,
And his body was like a crane. Do not, please, sir, do not discriminate against me at this point in time. I'm trying to tell you the truth.
No, you ain't.
This was a plant eater. Yep.
Now, there's an animal.
And that was Paul's first girlfriend.
Yeah. There's an animal there I like to get to know.
I went to high school with dinosaurs.
They're meat. Orangutans are meat.
Oh shit.
Orangutans are meat? Oh my God, I don't want to go hunting with you.
No. I was at the zoo and I was telling one woman she had one of those big phones, you know. I said, no, turn it around so it can see itself because they know themselves.
Yeah.
Sit.
See here.
Oh,
so Bobby, how long have you been on YouTube?
I posted my first video, I think it was August or September of 2012. And last year after October, due to an illness, I kind of stepped away from things for about a year.
Yeah, I know. I seen that I was going to chastise you, but I figured, man, I'll be letting go.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I've invested quite a bit of money in new editing software. We're looking at getting green screen systems and everything to. I'm really hoping to take it to the next level, being both entertaining as well as informative, educational, that type of thing. And quite frankly, I love fundy slapping. So
I love that term.
You got plenty out there in politics.
Oh, absolutely.
So can I ask you a question there? I'd like to ask you a question, Bobby. Living in, residing here in the Lobster Den in Rhode Island, we are very heavily influenced by the Catholic Church, especially Bishop Tobin. Are you familiar with Bishop Tobin?
I'm not. I really am not.
He gets a segment on the fucking news out here. It's like fucking Catholic Central, you know? It's like, oh, he's got to come on to tell everybody the Catholic Church's views on divorced people taking communion, and he stands out in front of Planned Parenthood and, screams at, women telling him they're murderers and shit. And he's a real piece of fucking work.
Go on.
Oh, and he's also one of the people behind trying to block payment to victims of child sexual abuse and stuff, and but people respect him out here. It's like,
it's funny you're talking about late wife was Catholic, but she converted to atheism as any intelligent person would. But the thing is, I remember one time this is in Philadelphia, and we had a Catholic girl there who thought she was surprised to find out that everybody wasn't Catholic, because it was so entrenched into her that when they wrote books about scientists or whoever, it was always pointed out that these people, when it was pointed out real well that they were Catholic. So she was so surprised that a lot of people were not Catholic.
Wow.
And the thing is, she has a thing called a TV set.
And probably internet.
Well, people watch what they want to watch.
This is well before the internet, but she still have a TV set.
Yeah, I mean, it was like that when I was a kid, you know? I mean, first of all, I didn't understand that not everybody's father was in the Navy until I was like 10. But I also didn't understand why everybody didn't go to church or, you know, and stuff, because we went to church and we went to a church school. And, you know, so, yeah, when I got out in, you know, parochial school.
Okay. My wife's good friend was surprised one time we went out to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. She thought the whole state was like Philadelphia, you know, with all the row houses and stuff. She didn't know that the rest of the state was trees and shit. And it's just it's like I said, there's TV.
Well, there's many people that don't travel far from where they live their entire life. You know?
But it's not like they don't see that there are other places in this world besides where they live. You know, you would think after TV that this country would become one language in the sense of, you know,
bad English.
There would be bad English, whatever, but it would be the same bad English. But no, it's still the Southerners and that stuff. They're watching that TV and they're still speaking whatever.
Certain people only watch certain things because that's what they, you know, that's the bubble they live in. That's, you know, that's all they want to see. It's all they want to see, so that's all they see.
Yeah, well, like I say, when you're somebody who does change the channel, it's hard for you sometimes. I mean, I understand that. I mean, because I run into it, but it's like, hello, there are other channels on the damn TV. Even when there were only 3 when I was a kid. Well, PBS when I was late teen.
Yeah, and there was always like Channel 58 or Channel
39
or something like that. Only came in it from 8 to 9 on like Thursday nights, you know, or something.
Look at these wrinkles. I'm talking about before there was a thing called UHF.
Oh, Jesus, Paul. None of us go back that far.
Yes.
Not even Jesus.
It was on the TV. It was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's no channel 1 because we ain't going to get into the frequency problem.
Well, Jesus had a flat screen and a fucking PS4.
Okay, anybody here know why there's no channel 1?
Because you said so?
No. There's a reason. There's a legitimate reason.
Why?
Okay, you know CB radio? The second harmonic is channel 1. All kinds of interference.
Oh shit.
Well, I've lived. I've got everything I need to know about life.
We can all die now. We know everything.
Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Okay.
Patrick,
I don't even have a TV. I don't see the point.
I'm a cord cutter myself. I don't watch TV. I have the internet. That's all that I need.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've had education, some anyway.
I got that Roku TV, and then instead of paying, you know, I get most of the. Matter of fact, when I was in the side chat and everything, my wife and I were watching a hangout on our fucking TV. You can get a lot of the news channels. You know, I pay what, $38 a month and get almost everything I used to watch before, and I used to pay like almost $180 a month for that.
There's catch-up channels anyway, so if there's anything good, you'll catch it. You know, you'll catch like on all like little catch-up channels. You
know what?
No point in watching things live anymore.
I like.
I watch a lot of movie channels, documentary channels. You know, news from around the world. I mean, it's
but
pretty
we have the
fucking
TV
cool.
license here. We have it over there, but we have like the BBC. I've got like the TV license, and it's like over £100. So I was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah.
Fuck
that. I'll have Netflix, and I've got Crunchyroll. I'm fine.
Well, I see what I got Netflix and Amazon and this Roku thing, which is hooked to your Wi-Fi. There's channels for free you can get, but I get like some of the sports channels and news channels and stuff like that. So,
what do you have for entertainment, Bobby?
His midget porn collection.
Again?
No, basically me. I mean, I don't watch a hell of a lot of TV. I watch Curiosity Stream on occasion, you know, science shows and whatnot. But when I'm not working, I spend most of my time on research and for videos and stuff like that. So,
can I go back in the Wayback Machine here? When I was a kid, I was a kid. I'm so old. I'm so old. There was only rocks. They hadn't ground into dirt yet. But anyway, we had 3 channels. But I was in Levittown, PA, which is north of Philadelphia. So at night, a lot of times we would get the New York channels and stuff. But anyway. But we had 3 channels, locally. You had NBC, CBS, ABC, whatever. And
PBS,
3 channels. There was a lot of times you didn't watch TV because there wasn't a fucking thing to watch on those 3 channels that you wanted to watch. Now that we have hundreds of channels, we automatically expect that there must be something we want.
I remember when TV used to go out, when most channels would have the national anthem after the Johnny Carson show in the news, and then there would be a test pattern on the screen till like 5 o'clock, and they'd have the national anthem, maybe a few cartoons, and then the fucking news, or something local.
What's the test pattern?
All I have right now myself is Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, what was the test pattern?
That was that screen, that had the Indian thing on, or you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, the Native American head.
That's what came on.
Please stand by. About having an Indian on the damn test pattern.
Yeah. And it looked like a target, kind of,
Kind of like in Fallout 3.
Yeah, I remember in TV used to sign off at night, and then you got to get the New York channels because they stayed on 24/7.
That's when you hear the national anthem. That's when you usually go, oh fuck, and go turn off the TV.
They had the late show, then they had the late, and then they got around to get the late show.
Well, that's because TV programming is so original.
Now they have infomercials.
Yeah.
I know, right? Where they tried to get you to buy the stupidest shit, man.
I went to South Dakota when I was in the service, and they had 3 channels. It was PBS, ABC, NBC. There was ABC, CBS. It was a dual network channel. So you hope to God that they showed what you wanted to watch. And that's when cable TV was new, because they cable TV into our base from Denver, where I am now in the West.
And Paul, when I was in Oklahoma at Fort Sill in 1980 and 81, if you didn't have cable TV, you got channel 7. Period.
Yeah,
that's all you got. That was an ABC affiliate. That was the only thing you got.
Yeah, well, I'm talking 1969, 70, when they finally got cable on. 1970, and that's the reason they had cable, because you had areas like where you were, where you had a channel or whatever, and so they had. That's where cable got going, is because of areas where they couldn't support the cable.
Oh, it's called technology, I mean.
Well, hello, Mr. Paranor. How's it going, sir?
Oh, not too bad.
Paranor, you still get?
Are you there, Paranor?
It's medication. Sorry, I was coughing.
I said, Paranor, you still get?
Sorry?
I'm getting very paranoid.
Okay, I'm hearing two people. You're over talking.
Well,
Go ahead, Paranor.
Over.
what the
No,
fuck?
there's two people talking at once. They were both asking me a question. I couldn't hear either.
Oh, okay. Who had a question for Paranor?
No, I was just saying I'm very paranoid. You know.
I was just asking if he was stoned yet.
Oh,
When is Paranor not stoned?
Wait. But
Exactly.
paranoid, real quick. Shouldn't that be green instead of red?
Yeah.
No, because I am Canadian.
Well, yeah, we all have our problems in life.
Yeah, I love Canada.
No, I
There
don't
goes
think you
Paul
heard it.
being racist again, you know.
No,
He's
I don't think you
racist.
heard it.
Canadians ain't a fucking race.
No,
Hey,
it's an-
oh man, don't give me that stuff. Check your white privilege.
No,
Canadian privilege.
that's what I said. I am Canadian. It's a bit of a play on Molson Canadian, a beer up here. Their phrase,
Oh, yeah.
their catchphrase is I am Canadian. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, blue sucks.
You do know. I used to be in SAC. You do know that those missiles are not pointed at Russia.
Mm-hmm.
They're right. They're gonna lob right into Canada.
They're in Canadian territory. What the hell are you talking about, Paul?
Hey, what's your opinion on O'Keefe beer? Eh?
I was in South Dakota. No, our missile sites were in South Dakota.
Which is pretty much Canada South in a way. A lot of it's
Yeah,
frozen.
Yeah. I was in South Dakota for 2 months, so yeah, I know what Paul's talking about.
But I used to kid the Southern boys because they go, oh, but South shall rise, because I was in that era that the South shall rise again. I said,
Yeah, you still do that, Paul.
The missiles are pointed south. You stuck with it, stupid.
Hey, let me get the fuck out of here first.
Yeah. That's all right. There's a Canadian at the button pushing, so.
Yeah.
Now we got these two foreigners.
Well, Paul said.
Mm.
They're all
So who's in the mood to get high? Not me.
What are you telling me?
I'm on the last half of that 9.5% beer. Oh well.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't smoke or drink. Well, I smoke cigarettes.
I don't even drink.
What's up?
It's so funny, I'm a state still has 3.2 if you go to a grocery store.
Paul's a rebel, man.
Regular beer store, you get the real shit. And they finally passed the law to slowly phase that out. But they got pot here. I don't understand it. They got pot.
Start eating pot, man. You'll understand why.
Pot roast.
People have pot, and it's taking you forever to phase out the other.
God, get with the times, man.
Start putting pot in your cereal.
Like I told all you guys before, there are aliens from outer space coming here. They bring their children to find out what not to do.
They're called Mormons.
Watch those earthlings. See what they're doing? Don't do that.
Xenu.
Paul, you sound like a Scientologist right there.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm like a Scientologist.
That's what it sounds like to me, Paul. I mean,
I've got the best line again, that goes against the conspiracy nutters with UFOs.
No.
It's exactly what you were saying, Paul, because it's like, okay, sure, I will concede aliens exist. If they have found physics that we don't understand to get here faster than light, cool. But why would they stay? We're scary.
I understand that. That's what you bring your children to show them what not to do.
Uh-huh.
That's true. Like a zoo.
We are a tool. Plus, I'm
Brazil.
sure there's some entertainment things they watch. I'm trying to find that they didn't make it on it was on VHS. Never got to what you call it, but it had to do with that these aliens were.
The aliens are into CNN.
Hey, John, maybe we're a reality
They
show.
run CNN.
They do the entertainment and not just the politics.
Yeah. There's a series of books, and I can't recall who wrote or anything, but a group of interdimensional aliens Doesn't
Okay,
sound like
Bobby.
Mike, does it?
I'm getting scared about this conversation.
And the Earth, well,
Somebody
the whole
help me.
universe that
Someone
Earth
give him
is
a hug.
in was created as a reality TV show.
Yeah.
Now, here's the interesting
Could you start
thing.
on an episode of South
I
Park?
know, that sounds like it.
don't go
Well,
out tonight.
here's the funny thing. The creators of the ones who did create the universe put oregano on the earth to hide the fact that they get high off it. So when they go and visit, they go have a session and eat some oregano and get really stoned. I don't know if it was gaming or not.
It would
You
be-
know, that
what?
reminds me when the Grateful Dead used to come to the.
It would be funny if it wasn't true.
Oh, we are very
Let me
But-
get back up and go take a shit.
when the Grateful Dead would come to town to the Capitol Center in Washington, Landover, Maryland every year, this grocery store that I used to deliver to used to get inundated by deadheads. The only time of the year that a grocery store, a big chain grocery store, would literally run out of parsley, fresh, freeze dried, crushed, any type of parsley, right? Because they put stuff in it, and but yeah, you mentioned parsley like that, man. It makes me feel like the aliens might have been like deadheads, which would creep me out even fucking more.
No, it was oregano, but yeah, same thing. But also, you have to remember that a lot of shysters will buy the parsley so that they'll sell to idiots thinking it's weed. And welcome back, Bobby.
And who hasn't done that a couple of times in their life?
Oh shit!
Well, it wasn't all parsley, there was some grass in there, and there was a little bit of pot. But
when you run with the pagan crowd for a while, you learn what to mix in a very nice tea or herbal cigarette without weed.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, nutmeg is a hallucinogen. Do you know that?
yeah, you know what? But try to take enough at one time to make you hallucinate.
Oh yeah, you'll get sick as a friggin' dog.
Yeah. And yes, I did try it one time.
Mugwort. Mugwort's another one.
God, it sounds like it to me that you guys will try anything for a fix.
Hey, you know what? The 70s and 80s were a wonderful time.
What were you saying, Stella?
I'm just laughing.
But back then it wasn't like synthetic shit. It was all herbal. It was shit that people found. I mean, who didn't go run around a cow pasture once or twice looking for mushrooms and stuff and then get lost?
See, vegans, this is meat. You know why I'm going to eat it? So it can't eat meat.
Who remembers whippets?
Oh, yeah.
The funny thing
my theory is eat it before it has a chance to eat you.
I told you that this guy, when I worked for a dairy company, this one store, every time I'd send a case of whipped cream the next week, it would come back and they'd say, oh, these cans are all dead, right? So they did an investigation. They looked on a camera one night and found out the night guy was actually doing whippets at night, right?
Right. Yeah. The interesting thing, I know about all this stuff. I've never touched anything but weed and what's been prescribed to me.
No amyl nitrate?
And we always did a better job.
Yeah, but amyl nitrate was like one of the weirdest. I mean, you listen to Black Sabbath or something like that, or like Pink Floyd or Frank Zappa when you're doing amyl nitrate and you're just in this total rush for, and you destroy some brain cells, like Sam Kennison said, but it's like,
Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd. Dark Side of the Moon. The moon isn't dark. It's all dark.
Oh God, Paul, you're a philosopher now.
Is that?
There is no dark side of the moon. It's all dark.
Is that where you go when you get high, Paul? The dark side of the moon?
I have it around here, so I got a good copy of that.
LP.
I think everybody pretty much in the world has a copy of it. I think it comes like standard with every. I think it comes standard with every device that has music.
Well, for 17 years, it was in the top 200.
I know.
New generation though, they're bebop and hip hop and all that, so.
Hey, every generation has music that I can listen to, and every generation has that crap that I can't listen to.
Jesus, you're so fucking picky, Paul. God.
No, there's
Paul,
stuff.
Paul's like, man, you give me some Tammy Wynette and I'll be fine.
No. Remember, they're coming to take me away, haha. They're coming to take me away, haha.
Got it on the hard drive.
I mean,
Yeah, that was
every generation has had good shit and bad shit.
Hey,
I guess
Paul.
Yes.
What about transfusion? You remember that one?
Try again.
I guess they're
Transfusion. Right. Oh, they could be.
Maybe, but you're not doing it justice as horrible as it might have been.
Yeah.
I guess they're coming to take Paul away.
You're coming to take me away, oh. And the funny thing is, I wish I would have bought it. On the flip side of that 45, it was backwards, and the printing was on it backwards.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I should have bought it.
Don't look at all. Too late, should already been moved.
Yeah. Go back into the archives. See me?
Today.
I'm down in the archives.
Oh shit.
If it wouldn't get flagged for copyright, I'd play it through, but
Like
Nope.
10 seconds of it.
That's
No
more goddamn stuff.
no music.
no, I know.
That's bullshit, because you get more bullshit on fucking YouTube anytime you want to, of any song you want.
No music or shit on my fucking channel.
I know
because I don't
that.
wanna-
I know that.
No bullshit.
I know that. I'm not going to cause. I'm not going to add to that stress.
Copyright law says you can get away with 10 seconds.
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
just
but
don't
I'm
take
not
the
even
chance.
gonna take. Yeah, I'm not even gonna take the chance with it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put anything here, but that's bullshit. Because you can think of almost any song, go out there on YouTube and find it.
Yeah, and download it and actually turn it to an MP3. I got thousands of songs that way.
Yeah, but you're broadcasting live, and that's where the issue is, right? So, because that's a whole different license.
So far, they're fucking trumps.
Copyright is so fucked up.
Bullshit.
Well, it's not all bullshit, but it's fucked up.
It is bullshit because
They do. They do. I mean, even at
It sounds like shit, man.
well, they do.
Pressed garbage.
Well, even at 320, it takes that finesse out of it, the environment, the noise. Yeah, no, I agree. They're too clean.
I'm sorry, but when I'm listening to Queen or Pink Floyd or David Bowie, I want to like listen to it.
Oh, Bowie.
It's freaking recording on vinyl. Like it should be listened to.
I've still got my my record player with the
I
diamond.
think vinyl sounds like shit.
Vinyl doesn't sound like shit.
Compared to
it
the
sounds
remastered
beautiful.
DVDs.
Vinyl is shit.
Vinyl is not shit.
Yes, it is. Vinyl is crappy.
MP3 is blocky, compressed. It just completely dilutes it. It's like
That's
it's like
it.
it's the shiny
No,
turd of music.
I know the co-inventor of MP3s, J.J. Johnson, and vinyl is crap compared to CDs. It does not have the resolution.
Right, but that's not why we're saying LPs are better, because
Yeah, that's not the point, Paul.
It adds.
No, to you it's bullshit, Paul. To other people, it's not.
Lobster, hang on.
It adds sound and frequencies that you may like, but still crap.
But it's
no
to you.
Hang on, Lobster. No, Paul. Here's Here's the thing about it. I mean, CDs, yes, you have the wider frequency range. It's great. It's crisp. It's clear. However, our animal brain likes the noise. It needs it to bounce off of. So a lot of people will prefer noise added in over the crystal clarity.
Nah.
Paul, the vinyl industry is making a major comeback. In case you haven't fucking noticed.
Yeah,
Because kids don't know shit.
Hipster.
What the fuck, Paul? They don't share the same opinion on the kind of music they listen to, or if it's on a vinyl or a CD, and then if they listen to it a certain way, it's shit. It's fucking music, Paul. If you like it the way you like it, listen to it on a fucking CD.
No. See, you don't understand.
Peaking.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck, Paul?
Let him finish.
I know
I was born in 81, for God's sake.
I was born in 71.
I know I won't get in here. Just give me 15 seconds. I don't have a problem with somebody like vinyl if they know why. But see, I used to go around a ex-friend of mine who thought it was better. It wasn't better. It's just that he liked that particular sound. If you like that particular sound, fine. Me, when I heard my first CD, which was Van Halen, 1984, that was my first CD.
I wasn't even mentioning CDs, I was mentioning
they're like this.
First time I heard that, I said all that trash and whatever I put on vinyl went away.
That's your opinion.
MP3 song.
That's your opinion of taste.
No. Taste is an opinion, but I'm being.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
No.
You said that if somebody likes vinyl, that's shit.
No.
That is subjective.
But you may, but you know,
I'm
that's
being
like
objective.
you're being a fucking. What are you, a critic?
Patrick, hang on a second.
CD, vinyl went away.
Yeah.
Jesus, what a dick.
Yeah. Hang on.
He's actually was a music journalist, by the way.
I understand. I have the capability of doing it. I understand what you're saying. I understand that people do like that sound, but me, when it went away with CD, I loved it.
I'm on your side, Paul.
Yeah, I'm on Paul's side as well, because he's explaining his personal subjective likeness. However, he's not trotting on LPs or other forms except in his subjective thing. He acknowledges why people like LPs. It's just not for him.
That's what I say. JJ understands why people like certain things. I want to. JJ right now is building.
Hey, put that down, will you? Jesus, fuck.
Yeah.
The hell?
My friend JJ is building a studio right now, and I went into one of the rooms. You want to hear a hot room before you treat it to be a soundproof room? Don't do that, because it's so live. You won't believe how much it echoes.
I will, Paul. I will.
He knows all the property. This guy knows more about sound than we wish we knew.
I have a friend that's an audiophile.
Yeah, but this guy makes an audiophile not know anything.
No, this guy's got $30,000 speakers.
I don't care what he has.
Who cares?
This guy knows what sound is all about.
And Hector, I'll tell you one thing: $30,000, you got ripped off, because you can take $100 speakers, add a few resistors, and make them sound like them.
No, I just talk about his speakers. He has like $100,000 worth of equipment.
Excuse me, Martha, but fuck you. You were making a lot of noise. You do not mute or make a lot of noise to cover people up. Sorry. Everybody
Martha, how's it
complains about your noise, so.
I understand all that.
Martha, are you there?
What I want to get to, like I said.
Hold on a second.
What?
Hold on 1 second, Paul. Martha, are you there?
I'm counting the seconds.
Martha.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. No, real quick. I mean, it's no big deal, but JJ, like I say, is calling better MP3s, which he does not use. He has 50% or more. No, he has 90% of the copyrights for AAC, audio, whatever, which is used by Apple and stuff. So he understands all that shit. He knows how sound works, the whole bit. I mean, this guy, you can learn more from him than you can shake a stick at. But like I said, he's building a studio, and I so wish I could get in on the ground level, but I don't have the education. But anyway, I went into one room when I was up there last year, and I put on a pair of headsets, and he played some music that I've heard before and some new stuff. But some of the stuff, like from the Beatles and stuff, you would not believe the sound from recordings that you know. It's like a whole new world opened up. I mean, a whole new depth or whatever opened up. I don't know how he's processing, what he's doing. I would love to know. One day when he gets the copyrights on it, I will be able to know. But believe me, I know all that stuff about vinyl. Yeah. Vinyl, I forget what it's called, anapharbic or whatever the hell it is. It has certain qualities of sound, but I don't like it. I like it as original as possible.
Hey now.
Yeah. All the warts and stuff I want to hear. But
What, Stella?
to me, that's what high fidelity was supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be as true as possible to the original source, which is almost virtually impossible.
I mean, I like
two channels is not near.
I mean, CDs are fine. I've no problem with CDs. CDs have a pretty decent sound. It's MP3s I don't like.
Well, MP3s are cropped.
What the bit rate is.
Yeah, well, he knows that. MP3s are cropped. You're throwing a lot of information out. It was made in an era where you had very little digital. You didn't have much storage. A hard drive was what? 100.
Well, floppies. Well, come on, 5 1/4 inch just went out of style.
Yeah, but you know how much did a hard drive have? A few megabytes. So if you're
looking at 50.
Anything, you couldn't even store a CD on it. A full CD of 700 megabytes wouldn't even fit on a hard drive at one time. So you had to compress it. And of course, you had to throw information away. We understand that. To me, I always thought MP3 sounded good, knowing all the shit they were
all of that, taking it all into account. Yeah, because there is a compression. There's two frequencies in MP3. It doesn't matter the bit rate, and it's a constant within every MP3, and it's the frequency baselines in the highs and the lows, and they're silent basically.
Yeah, they're throwing out all kinds of information,
and that's why. Yeah.
I was surprised how well they sounded for all the information they were throwing out. Because if you try to copy, let's say you were trying to compress, what would you do? Cut down the bit rate, cut down the sampling rate, and it sounded like shit.
Yep.
Your highs went away completely, right?
Yep.
And like I say, with MP3s, I was surprised how well they did. And now you recorded at 160 or above. I would go to the full rate, which was 320. And I know it's all kinds, but I was still impressed how well they sound for throwing all that shit out. So
exactly, especially with even at 128, right? They were very impressive with, noticeably a lot of shit was thrown out. But the thing, here's the nice thing about it, they didn't sound terrible. They weren't 8-track, and you could play a 128 kilobit on a 486. That was important, right?
Well, yeah, like I say, you got to go back to the time when CPUs didn't have the ability to do a lot of shit and blah blah blah. You go on and on and on.
Yep.
But now we don't have that problem.
No.
That's the way. But still, but to me, like I say, when I got like. My first one was 1984. I don't feel like looking. I don't know where the hell my Dark Side of the Moon is. That was one of those ones they took the original. It was, I forget the name of it. Anyway, they took the original tapes, blah, 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 blah. Now, I took that with me when I was still in Florida up to a guy who is an audio engineer. And I put that, on, and he's going, ugh, it's okay. And it sounded good to me, but, compared to other stuff that I had available. Then I took Alan Parsons. Alan Parsons is an engineer. And I took one of his CDs and threw it on there, and the guy's eyes lit up. Like I said, I know that I'm talking about the esoteric to make those $100,000 people. They don't know what the hell they're talking. I used to argue hour after hour with my friend about vinyl versus CD all the time. And you know what's real funny? One time, I go to his place, and he took a vinyl record and he copied it to CD. And he goes, "Boy, it sounds just like the vinyl." I said, "It has more resolution. It can copy everything that vinyl has that you like."
Yeah.
Yep.
Pseudo.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
Vinyl sounds good. I mean, if you know what it is and all that stuff, it sounds fine. But compared to CD, I'm sorry. I want to hear all the bullshit. I want to hear all the crap. I want to hear everything that happened.
Pseudo, unmute yourself.
No, you can't.
Okay.
There,
Hey, Pseudo, how's it going?
All right. I promise to play good.
Headless cock.
Nice to have you here. Have you ever been in one of my hangouts before?
No, I'm usually around Steve's.
Oh, okay.
I've seen Paul around. I know Para.
Oh, they're gonna say Steve.
Well, you've been warned. You've been warned. Don't do that.
No, he and I hang out every day. So
yeah.
Well, see, yeah, I know who Pseudo is. I've watched him in hangouts before too. But this is the first time he's been.
Can I? Because I always do anyway. Paranormal. Thank you. We're on the same track.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm an audio enthusiast. I'm basically an audio engineer, but I'm theater trained. I started cutting up from reel to reel, and then went from there. So yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, and
Here's the funny thing: you take a reel to reel. I had a really decent reel wheel. I had MPEX. I bought overseas. Blah blah blah. And you can do the write and you do the read, and you can put it into a loop. You know what I'm talking about? Like an echo loop.
Oh yeah.
And in no time, how fast does it degrade?
Yeah.
It don't take long for it to degrade and move you don't even know what you were listening to begin with. And CDs have none of that problem.
All right, we got Jesus Christ in the hangout or in the chat. What's up, Jesus?
Is he a superstar?
Jesus, I know.
If he ain't a superstar, I'm not interested.
Is it Jesus or Jesus?
Jesus, Jesus.
I have a friend named Jesus Christ on here somewhere.
Yeah, wouldn't that be Jesus Christ or something?
Or Jesus? No, it's actually in Spanish. It's actually Jesus Cristo.
Cristo.
Jesus is Mexican.
Well, he'd be about the same color.
Looks like tacos.
Oh, I just thought of something. I just realized something. With Trump's new policy, even Jesus wouldn't be able to come into the U.S.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
Here.
That'd be so cool, though.
Because he's Middle Eastern.
What?
Exactly.
No, hold on. No.
Paranormal.
And Trump does not have any problem with Jews. He knows quite a few of them, and they're all good people, according to him.
They're in his family.
Yeah.
I'm born in America.
What is Paul trying to show us?
Paranormal.
Yeah.
A comic. Back up.
I'm gonna build the wall, and it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
Paranormal. Do you see that?
Nice. Yeah. And Paranor.
Do you see
this? I do.
That is a great copy. I can't believe the highs in it.
Donald Trump saying I'm gonna build a wall to keep Jesus from coming from the Middle East.
He might be a terrorist.
He would be.
But this is the one I played, and it's good.
Oh, nice.
They were not impressed.
Yeah.
You know, it was digitally faster. But unfortunately, with tapes, they do degrade.
Yeah, and they stick together quite often,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
They had what one?
Well, exactly.
The MPEX one particular batch of tapes they made. They were horrible. They felt.
Do you remember when you had to rewind a tape with a pencil?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the struggle is real.
Worse than that
Hell
were
yeah.
fucking 8 tracks. They'd come apart and
Pencil tape. You're talking cassette.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And theater
That
went
was- that
cassette
was
for
an
a
act-
while.
That was an act of God right there. That the
Hey, Paul, you remember 8 tracks?
that was an act of
8
God.
tracks suck.
No,
I never had an A-track.
no.
They're
No?
shit.
8 tracks for wah wah. You do not want to hear a piano on an 8-track.
No.
No, you don't. They're also mono.
Yep.
Well, even the later ones, which were stereo. I mean, the wow flutter was horrible.
Yeah. It was.
Oh, it's so nice to talk to somebody who knows this.
Especially when they used a Hammond organ on piano mode. Holy crap.
I hated 8-track. Never.
So does that? So
What,
does
John?
anybody? So does anybody else have something they would like to discuss? You, Pseudo, you, Bobby, or Amaria?
We're talking about audio, thank you.
We're boring the
What?
audience.
The clusterfuck that's going on.
Oh, the clusterfuck. Which
I'm
one?
going to always go to another conversation, something else.
Putin or Trump?
Dump the Trump.
No more
Why not
politics. Politics.
No. It should be take a dump on Trump.
Well, you know, if Donald Trump don't watch it, his wig's gonna jump off his head and run away from him.
He doesn't have a wig. It's real.
Yeah, it's actually
Poor
real
Peter,
funny enough.
a cat died on his head.
Yes,
Real
it
or
did.
not, it's
It's
still
crack.
crap.
Get it right.
No, real or not, it's still crap.
Yeah.
Well, yours would
It's
be
gonna
good if you're
dump.
like 80.
Oh, that,
Sometime I like to talk some audio to you when we can just.
I wonder if he's had hair plugs.
He
No.
is a hair.
I don't
He
know.
is a hair
Over.
plug.
Huh.
He is one.
I don't know. I
Good
don't know.
point,
He's not only the president of the company; he's a client.
That went through my
Hair
mind as
Trumper,
well.
man.
Yes.
It's a hair
Of
Trump.
the hair club. Of the hair club for men.
Well, Angry is going to be going me $500 because Trump says it's going to make the 4 years.
Oh, I say 3 months.
I bet you he's gonna.
We'd have blown up the planet by then.
Something tells me, guys, and I'm being honest here.
Something?
Something tells me that he's gonna be here for the first 4 years in their entirety. I bet you. Watch.
I'm going to say 8.
I'd be very surprised. And no,
I mean, look at
yeah.
fucking George W. Bush got 8, and he's a complete retard.
No.
No.
He was manageable.
Upside down. He was
Trump-
like
He was just fucking hell control.
Trump
No,
is like-
the people around Bush ran the show. He was a useful idiot for being a figurehead. But yeah, Trump is so narcissistic. He is part of a cult of personality of one, and he's the only member. That's much different than anything Bush was. Bush is quote unquote borderline retarded. Okay, but they're manageable, not Trump. Even the GOP
Well, when it comes to-
are up in arms.
Well, when it comes to Bill Clinton, I actually think that when he was the president, I actually think that Hillary was running things behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
I could care less in that aspect because we had no problem in that administration.
Yeah, it took a blowjob to take him down.
And the pussy
And I'm
flavored cigars.
sorry. Yeah.
We
And
had
the
no
thing is,
rule.
why wouldn't you consult with Hillary? Because they were kind of on the same board in history, and not just as a relationship, but education and activism, right? That's where they met. So I mean, she
Like
would
I
be
said-
that devil's advocate. Sorry, Paul.
Like I said, in my state, they have caucuses. They don't have the other system. And that was the first I went
I got
to.
to go in a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
We had a meeting at a schoolhouse. We had a caucus. You go to a room that is your general area and stuff. And then sometime in that, they had a thing where they had somebody for 10 minutes or 5 minutes for each one, why they supported their particular candidate. And we had a woman who was a nurse, and she was for Hillary because of all this stuff that she was doing for childcare and shit. And you can hear it, in her, in the way she's talking, how much she cared about Hillary, because she was supporting stuff like that for childcare and hospitalization and that kind of stuff. Now we got a fucking bozo that is, doesn't know from one second to another what he thinks about anything.
Right. Hold on a second, guys. Ed in the chat. You don't have to keep your mouth shut, man. What I do when I have my hangouts, Ed, is I talk about everything, whether it's religion, politics, or just shooting the shit. Because
including audio.
Hold on a second. I'm the type of person that wants to get to know everybody as people. I don't always have to talk about religion or politics, whatever the case might be. I like to get to know people because people are interesting to me. I make good friends that way, and that's how I feel. That's how I like to communicate with people. Now, there's going to be times when I do have shows that are about specific topics. And I do have a show called The One-on-One with the Quiet Atheist, where I have a show with another individual, just one-on-one, and we talk about one set topic for the program. But generally, these hangouts that I have now, that like the one I'm currently having, is not really that structured. We just talk about everything because, I like to get to know people. These are wonderful people here on the panel, and I like to get to know them a lot better. So, when we talk about different things, it's awesome because I get to know more about them. So, you're more than welcome to come in one of these days, Ed, if you want to. The hangout's always open. Feel free to do so when you get the chance. Yeah. Now, carry on, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, for $60 you get one of these things that I'm using. 60 old fucking bucks.
Well, you just get a laptop and it comes built in.
I mean, it's amazing. $60. And I only have one little light in here, and you can see the shit behind me. Stuff that you couldn't do with TV when I was a kid. They would be dying because they would have to have such strong lighting for the TV, color TVs.
Mario's back.
Yeah.
Well, see,
if the air conditioner went out, forget it.
Well, see, when it comes to my webcam, the one that I have that I use, it has a built-in microphone that I think is really fucking awesome. I've had this webcam for, I'm wanting to say about, almost 5 years, 4 years.
This is a freaking Logitech. It's probably been out for it. It's a 920 or whatever the case is. And for what it is and how much it costs, I think it's unbelievable.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Oh, that's another show.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Mr. Carter.
What's up, Bobby? Did you go and get another drink?
It's a funny thing. I watched that show for the longest time until somebody says, you know what? He's a terrible actor.
Who, John Travolta?
Watch him sometime. He is dry as hell, and I watched him. I go,
no, Gabe Kaplan.
And somebody did the same thing with, Get Smart. The girl, she was flat as her chest when it came to personality.
Did you go get another drink, Bobby?
Actually, I got a soda. I've had about 8 mixed drinks, so I think I better stop for the evening.
A glass of water would be good.
It sounds like somebody's feeling pretty good.
I'm going to switch my avatar because I'm naked and I got to get up.
I'm all out of beer.
That is a little too fucking much information, Hector.
That's why I put up my avatar, you shit.
I'm all out of beer, but none of you people are going to cry for me.
Oh,
y'all can't see me, right?
That was Colorado beer. They don't go outside the state.
Yeah. Yeah, the last time I drank was for New Year's.
Well, that's your problem.
It ain't really a fucking problem at all.
It's a problem.
It ain't a problem. Not to me, it ain't.
It's not a problem to me either. I like to remember. If I have a good night, I like to remember it the next day. No, I had a great night, but Okay, what happened? I don't know. I was wasted, man.
Why you gotta be nice to me, or I'll never copy this for you. I will copy it and send it to you.
Trouble with
You
me
better
drinking is I remember everything.
You better copy her and send her to me, Paul Mel.
Yeah. Oh, like I said, he said he stopped making her because it wasn't selling that well. That's because the girls were with the guy coming to the damn thing didn't like her.
Yeah.
Nice and strong and everything. That was I got her because she was probably the best at the time. Now we got a good Wonder Woman. That was a good look, that type of a character.
Linda Carter was lovely.
Oh yeah.
If
Bobby knows what I'm talking about.
If Donald Trump was a mutant, what kind of powers would he have?
Forgetfulness.
Forgetfulness.
He would be able to make walls of ice.
He would be like that
To make
one
the
character.
truth disappear.
Yeah. Make the truth disappear. Or he'd be like Steelskin, turn his toilet into gold.
Yeah, he could grab a pussy in a single bound.
Oh, that's right. He was talking about grabbing pussies and shit. Yep.
Absolutely.
I just had a thought. Toad from X-Men with that tongue. Work it through.
No.
There you go, Quiet. There's a close-up picture of her.
JR, we're getting ready to leave.
Well, actually, you got it on the wrong picture, Paul.
No, it's on both. It should be on both if you go to me.
No, I only see one of them.
Okay. Cheap equipment.
There you go.
I saw it both.
Jesus Christ in the chat says that he grabbed my pussy. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Jesus, but I don't have one.
He's right. He has 3.
Oh, fuck.
I love her stomach. I'm sorry. I love that stomach.
Oh, shit.
I love a strong woman.
Oh, man.
I'm horrible that way.
So what do you think of, what are your thoughts?
Yes?
Go ahead.
Sorry, John, I interrupted you.
Go ahead.
What are your... Go ahead and get your thought out, guys.
God damn it. Stoner fart. It's gone in the wind. Go, John.
Isn't that pseudo, right?
Yeah, what?
Oh, yeah. What are your thoughts about what's going on in America right now with the politics?
In other words...
Oh, that's a loaded question.
In other words, are you building a...
Oh, okay. If you're going to really ask me... The only people who can be blamed for voting for Trump are the people who, 1, voted for Trump, and 2, who didn't vote.
Is that who you voted for, Trump?
No, I didn't vote for Trump because I don't vote in the U.S. election.
My state did not go for Trump. That's all I can say.
No, that's not what I said.
I know. I'm just saying what I'm saying. My state did not vote.
People who said, I'm not going to vote and didn't bother to show up and vote for anybody are just as culpable as the people who voted for Trump because they didn't vote.
Bye, Hector.
Yes,
exactly.
That's what I was yelling at. Quiet. I mean, not quiet, but yeah, angry atheist. I was yelling at him about.
Yeah.
Because when you don't vote, you're voting for him. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. In this case, you're right. You're not so much voting for him. You're allowing him to win with fewer votes because you didn't at least put your vote somewhere else to tip that balance.
Well, he did vote for somebody who was not going to be elected to begin with.
It doesn't. I don't worry about that. It's the fact you showed up and you cast a ballot.
Yeah, well, he voted for somebody.
Because right now you got the lowest voting turnout, or one of the lowest. So it becomes easier to win because fewer people simply showed up. And those could simply be the people who always show up, no matter who they're voting for.
Yeah. What Pseudo, would you by any chance know the percentage of people that didn't vote?
I've heard the numbers somewhere once.
Mandatory election.
It was, I think, 55%. Somewhere between 45 and 55.
Yeah, mandatory election. I'm sorry, I believe in it. I mean, if somebody else can go blah 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 blah, they could have changed my opinion on that. Mandatory voting. You must vote.
Yeah,
and
I'm with us. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Same with
and also
Australia.
like say do like Australia or whoever else does it, where you can vote for your first choice and your second choice. So if your first choice doesn't get enough votes, it slides to your second choice. So you don't lose your voice. So you can make your protest vote. You know, show that you're not really happy with either candidate by making a choice for that third party. But you don't lose anything because now it slides to the second choice. So they can
I think North Korea does that too.
So they can see that
the only problem is your first choice is the current leader. The second choice is, well, the current leader.
No. You can vote for that third party candidate to show that you're not happy with the first two.
Well, he's talking about North Korea, Paul.
Yeah.
No.
And your second choice is going to be who? Who are you going to vote for?
The people in North Korea are lucky because they can die and get away from their God.
That's debatable. That's debatable, though.
No, when you die, he can't torture you forever.
And apparently, and 58% is the number I'm getting.
Yeah, whatever the number is. Like I say, make it so it's mandatory voting, you know, and vote for your first one. If you're not happy with the top ones, Republican, Democrat, whatever, vote for an independent. And if the independent doesn't get enough votes, it slides to your second choice. So you throw away your protest vote.
And get rid of the electoral college.
Right? That's why they vote for the third party, because they're protesting the top two. So
you know that's a
it slides to the other one, and we don't have this stupid discussion about a fucking asshole in the fucking White House. I feel better than this.
So yeah, actually, when it comes to Americans, I think that we did it to ourselves, man.
Yes,
you know,
you
with
did.
50.
No, I didn't. I didn't vote for Trump. I voted for Hillary.
Hold on.
Hillary. My state.
You didn't even let me finish my point, Paul.
No. Yell at me. I'm going to cry now.
No, I ain't yelling at you.
Triggered.
Hold on. Can I talk, please?
Quiet.
Hold on.
Quiet, real quick. Yes, please.
Go ahead.
I never get mad at you. Angry, yes. Mad, no.
No, I'm trying to say that the reason why I'm not talking about you, Paul. I'm saying that, you know, Americans right now are bitching and complaining that, you know, President Trump is in office, right? But when we think about it for a minute, we actually did it to ourselves because nobody got out there and voted. Nobody got out there to the voting booths and did anything about it. They just afterwards, when Trump is president, they want to bitch and complain about it, you know, and that's something that I don't understand.
Okay. Well, if you're talking about the collective, yes, I agree. But I did vote. Me and my son voted.
Yeah, and I want to say something to that, John. It's not the presidential election which is the important vote. It's all the smaller state ones which bring you what is in the presidential race, right? So if you are not happy with things the way they are, be more of an advocate at your local level, because then the ripples go up. That's the only way to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I see what
my
you're
state,
saying.
as far as I know, it went Democratic. You know, I mean, they went for the Dems. I also have a state that, like I say, we have monies that come in from taxes from pot and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was like $65 million. So it was put on the bill, not this time, but the prior time. Do you want to take that money and put it back as, cut your taxes? Or do you want to take that money and throw it on schools, whatever needs to be done, infrastructure, whatever? And I was very proud of my state because they took that 65 mil and put it on schools and that stuff. They didn't say cut our taxes, put it where it needs to be used.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
I'm so glad I moved from Florida when it comes to that part.
Yeah.
Also, another
tell you
thing. Sorry, John.
Go ahead.
Oh, I want to bring up what Bobby and I are talking on the side. Voter ID, that about 100 million people didn't vote. And I asked, I wonder how much were affected by those bogus voter ID laws. Right? Because how much is actually apathy or how much did rigging the system work? Right.
I just say my state went Democratic, went for the election. So I don't think there's a problem.
Cool.
I'm not. Yeah. I haven't investigated because I didn't see a problem. So why look? I'm lazy.
You got to always be vigilant. That's the thing.
Vigilant. Well, my vigilant days were back in Vietnam. So.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm tired too. I'm done with it.
I enjoy our talks. Thank you.
Yeah.
Everybody else here too. Kissy. Even angry. Kissy. I'm not mad at angry. I just say how I feel.
Well, he can be rather abrasive.
It's angry hairpiece.
But
I don't know. He left. I guess he didn't come back.
I'm sorry, but to throw away your vote when you know you're throwing it away, it's crazy to me. If it was going to accomplish something, yeah, but it isn't.
Yeah.
It just isn't.
Well, it's better than not voting at all. I mean, a vote for somebody is still a vote, even if it
I understand it.
Yeah.
He did vote, but he voted.
In that way.
Yeah,
that's what I said
that's
about.
what's really kind of almost shameful is when people don't vote at all.
I understand, but he did vote, but unfortunately, it was a throwaway vote.
And Paul, that's what I was saying. But I don't care who people voted for, as long as they voted.
Okay,
by not voting.
You're saying it. I mean, I understand that, but it would make more sense to me, my stupid little intellect, that if we had, like I say again, a place where you can say, okay, I'm going to vote for whoever as a protest vote to show that I'm not happy with the top two, but then I can vote now for the next two. And I don't throw away my protest vote. At least vote counts for something.
Yeah, but it can count as.
Why don't you just piss into the wind and get it done with?
But a protest vote can count for something, and that's the important thing, right?
Yeah, but you think in your wildest dreams that protest vote means anything to Trump?
No, of course not. But let me throw this out.
Okay.
Something that was a fear. It was a fear of the founding fathers. Political parties.
And the founding fathers.
You want to fix the system? Go back to all independence. No party affiliations. That way, you don't have all the money passing hands either.
I understand. We got to work with what we have now.
No, I know, but you can slowly switch it to that system. Local voting. Get active.
Yeah, because there's a lot.
Founding fathers didn't understand that muskets were not always going to be the weapon of choice.
Look, there's bits and pieces. I'm Canadian. Come on, I understand that. The thing is, it's a living document. It can be changed, and some things are good wisdom. Some things are good wisdom of the day. This is a new age, so like the Bible, it's got to change and adapt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
let's bring that in there.
But
You know.
unfortunately, they don't take up the Jefferson Bible.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to get a copy. I just don't have a copy. I want the copy of the Jefferson Bible.
The Bible
Hmm.
changing and the Bible changing and adapting.
The Jefferson Bible. He cut out all the hocus pocus.
Bullshit. Yeah, very thin.
Yes, he cut out a lot of. Like I said, I've read parts of it, but I'd like to get a copy of it sometime. I should go out there. Somebody.
Well, look, he was more likely a deist, so he had a God belief or acceptance, I'll say, because really, is it a belief in God? It's more of an acceptance.
Yeah.
Right? It's a norm. It's a normalization. So, Jefferson would have, out of the Enlightenment, would have been a deist, probably.
Yeah.
And to come out of the Enlightenment, there was a new way of thinking and extrapolating our position in the web of the universe. So, he would have gone for the more universal truths, as it were, that we're finding.
The problem with Jefferson is he's a man of his age, which I don't blame him, because the information he had at the time was very limited. I mean, we're still limited in our own, but compared to him, I know one time I have a book upstairs. It's an old Time Life, when they used to make their little book about for science. And at his time, there was a stack of this many, this is arbitrary, of scientific journals. Now it goes through the fucking roof and up above.
Now you need cloud computing.
So if he knew what we knew now, he would not be a deist.
Oh no, he probably would have been atheist.
Yes, he would have been atheist. But at that particular time, I mean, you have no idea of how the universe started. You have no idea even beginnings of that. You have no idea of evolution. You have no idea of all the sciences that came out after his age.
Yeah.
So
also, I think the universe was just the galaxy at that point.
Right. And they didn't even know about that probably at that particular time. So I have no problem with a person of his own time. And you work with what you have. And I look at that. And I look at, like Lincoln, a man of his time, and the thing of Lincoln is watch him as time went on, and as he learned more, his opinions on things changed.
Well, I mean, Newton as well, which predates, right? Newton. Isaac Newton, right? Because he was a mathematician in astronomy. But he was also an alchemist. Yeah, which brought us chemistry, but
when I was in Florida, my one thing in Florida was about a bunch of atheists. We had a group. Matter of fact, I still get email. Anyway, the one Jeanette, she was a chemist. She has retired from that, but that was her profession, is chemistry. She had no problem with Newton because she would always say, I wish they would stop saying he was an alchemist, because that was the state of the art at the time. There was no atomic theory.
Well, yeah, but people always want to put others down.
If there was an atomic theory back
there, Paul.
Excuse me?
It also depends on.
You muted.
An alchemist tries to transmutate base metals into gold.
I understand all that, but the thing
they look for the philosopher's stone and elixirs and universal solvents.
But at that time, they had no atomic theory. If there was an atomic theory, he wouldn't have been an alchemist. You know what I'm saying? If he had the knowledge of how elements were and how they are, which we understand now, the atomic theory. There was no atomic theory. That was the state of the art. That was the elite.
Actually, Paul, I'm going to say you're right and wrong at the same time on that and throw this at you. Isaac Newton would not have been an alchemist if he had taken more philosophy classes and did more Plato, because yes, there was an atomic theory from the ancient Greeks. Now, it wasn't full-fledged, but it is still very reminiscent of what we know now.
Atomic theory is that he didn't know that you couldn't take with simple chemistry and change on.
Oh, yeah. But with his way of thinking with the mathematics, if he had more Greek philosophy in his thinking, he would have worked it out and would have gone past alchemy.
Okay, but like I say, still at that time, there was no understanding that in chemistry, you're not going to change elements.
Not without the old Greek philosophy.
You have to go subatomic. You got to go nucleus to change elements.
Yeah, but that's where we get the words from, because that was the first atomic theory, actually.
Yeah,
in the Greek philosophy. No, I'm saying
there were no protons, no neutrons, no electrons.
No, yeah, but he wouldn't have gone down the alchemy path because he would have extrapolated from the atomic theory of the Greek philosophers with how his brain worked that gave us calculus and, orbital mechanics. I think he would have worked out his own theory of chemistry as well.
Yeah, but compare to how many things he did pioneer. I mean,
I know.
You can stretch
like
out,
a Leonardo of his day.
Yeah, you can stretch your thoughts out so thin to know all these different things. And like I say, that was the foundation. But like I said, there was a real atomic theory. He would have went with it. I can't see him, going against it if they knew about how atoms were very basic, put together. They had no concept of that. There was no, like I say, no protons, no neutrons, no electrons. We're not even going to get into the quarks, the gluons, and all the other bullshit.
Wimps.
Excuse me?
Wimps.
Well, we're being penetrated by wimps, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
The dark.
I know what you're talking about, Paul.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Should we get everybody else up to speed? I've been reading this basic crap for years. I get Scientific American, and I pretty much gloss over a lot of stuff because, okay, that's what you're thinking now. This is the information you have now. What's next? But like I say, she gets upset when people always bring out the alchemy thing as a put down, and it isn't really a put down per se. A couple hundred years later, then it would be a put down.
Yeah, but people will try to throw shit anywhere and see what sticks. Come on, how many atheists actually eat babies?
Oh, baby back ribs. Real baby back ribs.
Yes, a good stew in the pot.
I'm hungry now.
Oh,
what do you feel like eating, Amarillo?
Baby back ribs.
Oh God, that's a loaded question.
I could go for baby back ribs. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Like I say, you go to Outback and you get your blooming onion, and then baby back ribs, and
they don't have Donald Trump there.
And next step is heaven.
Bloomin' onion. That's the Trump.
Oh, he's blooming, all right.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Do you got anything you'd like to add, Pseudo?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Pseudo's
anybody else? Is there any other topics that you guys would like to talk about? What arouses your interest?
Oh God, that's a dangerous question.
Oh. No, Paranor, we're not talking about Mercedes Carrera now.
Who's that?
It's a porn star.
Oh, okay. I don't watch porn like that.
Oh.
It's too scripted. It's too. I mean, I'm theater trained, and it's really bad acting, and I can't get past it. No, but that and all the obvious fake stuffed tits, it just turns me off. Right? And the audio, no, seriously, the audio is so fake. It's just, I can't get into this. Right? That's why I'm glad there's an amateur fad going on now. It's much more engaging.
So what you're saying, so what you're saying is you like the amateur stuff a lot better then.
It's more natural.
Things jiggle.
Good things jiggle. There is no, tight anything generally. But I mean, wait, hang on. Hey, no, I didn't mean pussy.
Tight what?
Buns.
Oh, you get people who have operations down there to have bits of it removed, tightened, re-sewn.
Oh, yeah.
It's a cartoon. I should find it sometime. It says happiness is a tight pussy.
Fleshlight. I like my women like I like my drugs. Natural.
Naturally shaven.
Hey, I'll do the job for you. I'm very talented.
Oh, that works. I've done that.
Well, that Paranor likes everything natural. He's all natural.
Oh, hell, I get blue tongue as much as I do blue balls.
Worms digging into your eyes is natural too. So you gotta.
Oh, it is, but yeah, I like unaltered, unmolested, shall we say?
Unmolested. What's the fun of that?
Oh shit!
Well, I could say as an atheist, the cliche "what God gave you," but it just sounds wrong, But it works.
Use what God gave.
There's so many ways I can go with this.
I know. It's delicious, isn't it?
Could be.
I think of all the things to improving your looks just seems so futile because we all age.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a thought. I have them. Nothing we pretty much do is el natural. I mean, we cook food, we season food, we do lots of other things to whatever.
Civilization isn't natural.
Excuse me?
Civilization is a war against natural.
Right. I mean, so a lot of things we do aren't.
Yeah.
But
The only natural thing is we.
Natural herb.
But then we can also say that we are natural of developing from the world. So what we do, even though unnatural, is still natural.
It's natural for us to do like a beaver builds a dam.
Yeah, you can go crazy with this, but unfortunately, I ran out of beer.
And by the way, fun pro tip: the dam, it's a good IUD to prevent pregnancy when you're working with beaver.
Good hum job too, but whatever.
I tried to work a joke there, so
I understand that, but I will drop the other shoe. Be warned.
Oh, baby, spank me.
Oh, now we're starting to talk dirty in here, damn it.
Yes, and you may get an education.
That's right, John.
Huh?
John,
Paul, you have to remember, I'm from theater. I'll go anywhere.
Oh, damn.
Be warned.
I do have walls.
But Paul, Paul, Paranor wants you to take him around anywhere.
No, I do have walls.
You spin me right
You have
now, baby.
doors.
I don't care.
Oh, yes.
Here is the point, though. I don't care where other
There is a door.
I don't care where other people's walls.
And we're looking at his window.
I don't care where other people's walls are. That's their own, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's not the problem. I can
Whatever
watch
floats your boat.
with the girl. I don't have a problem. I understand boys do kiss boys. I just, I'm getting used to it. If I was a European.
European?
European.
There's porn of that.
European. Everybody. I was from Europe, which has a lot more, or a lot less barriers between. I mean, where men will hug men and stuff like that more so. They're more outgoing.
Not in England, they're not.
There's nothing to watch in European, especially like the southern Mediterranean. Anyway, like Italy and stuff, where a guy will give a quick kiss on the cheek or something. So you see that. You know what I'm saying?
John, new person.
You're more adapted.
Hold on a second. Hey, hold on a second, Paul.
No, but go on.
What's up, Eric?
Yo, I just wanted to tell you guys that God hates fags and you're all degenerate.
Thank you. I hope so.
Oh, thank you very much.
Without that little clip that just came in there, I would never have known that.
I needed you guys.
If you watch people like Trump and that, the people who usually yell the loudest about something they don't like is what they do.
Projection, it's a bitch.
Yes. But he was going real quick. He's a little pussy.
Well, he probably had help.
I shouldn't say that because I do like
Amara? Who was that? Nobody.
Who was that?
Nobody.
Nemo. No one. Nobody.
See, I can say that the ones who think they have gonads, which includes women too. The ones who think they have gonads, but
What are you talking about gonads for, Paul?
There he is again.
Usually people say,
1 second here.
Well, women have ovaries. There's nothing wrong with having ovaries and utilizing.
Well, exactly. We all start off in the female.
Yes.
So.
Oh, I had years ago. I was on one forum, and a guy was whoever it was or she was going, well, clitoris is the only organ, blah, 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 blah. I said, yes, but a penis starts out as that.
It's back.
Until, So,
have your balls dropped yet, Eric?
Well,
I don't know. No.
Wondering if your balls have dropped yet.
No.
What do you want to know if you're muted or not for?
You muted yourself now.
What's up?
Angry, you still there?
No, I didn't mute. I didn't
No,
mute you.
Eric is the guy. Is the Eric Kale? Eric X is Eric Kale, the one you just kicked out.
A fag, a cigarette muted you? Did a cigarette muted you?
A bundle of stickies for stoking a fire? What?
I'm about to spark a fag at the moment. Mm-hmm.
The reason I bring up gonads because it includes everybody.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly.
For those few in the percentage of people that don't have either. Which I do it.
Triggered.
Talking about your trigger. My trigger.
Triggered for logic. I'm sorry. You come in here and you come in here screaming we're all fags. What logic? You're a child.
Well,
your
technically,
balls
I'm
haven't dropped.
bisexual, not a fag or a cigarette, as you claim, dear chap.
I like real children because they're inquisitive. Not these.
Also, they make great stew when they're babies.
I get a kick out of real kids. I can enjoy real children because they're inquisitive.
Careful, Paul. It's not sounding good.
And learn stuff. And then you have these people who are trying to digress to children.
Oh, I don't think they ever developed past. They may have been at a higher number than childhood, in double digits, but
I'm trying to be more nice.
I'm not.
Okay.
Because I'm fed up and tired of the bastards.
Yeah,
I
I
really
understand.
Well, see, here's what I don't understand about people, man. They don't want to come in here and have a genuine conversation. They just want to come here to talk shit and throw a monkey and everything.
Can I?
You know?
Are you angry, bro? You're angry, bro. You're afraid, bro.
Why? Can I say this? Why?
I just ran over you with my car. Why are you mad?
Yeah.
Exactly.
The reason they don't want to come in here and have the reason they don't want to come in here because they're out of their class.
The what?
Out of their class.
Well, of course.
Out of their class.
We're not in the playpen. They are. They climbed out. We have to kick them back in.
They are out of their class because there's nothing they're going to say or do that we're not going to tear into.
Yeah, but that's why I like saying maturity.
They can say what they want.
Yeah, it's just say something intelligent or mature. Instead of
contribute to the rise of good, it kind of you ought to be bored.
yeah, I mean, even if it's just talking shit, there is creativity in talking shit and just having at it.
I have a little bit of debate. Argue your points, Lord.
Back in the beginning of the universe, when
Eric, you're pretty gay.
Yeah, back in the beginning of the universe when I was a kid, when I used to sit at the table with my father and uncles, I didn't interact. I listened because they had the shit to say. I had nothing to add as a child, really, to their conversation. Outside of asking,
Yeah.
If they would
just because you can speak doesn't mean you should.
You know, and it's I mean, we all have gaps in our knowledge, but boy, some people are so proud of their gaps.
Mm-hmm. No, there's no gap because their head is stuck up their ass, filling it.
Yeah, and like I said, they had that portal in their stomach so they can look out.
Yep. Talk about contemplating your navel. Holy shit. All lens.
Navel. Who did a cartoon? Never mind.
Yeah. No, I just like putting it in terms of maturity rather than something like class. I'm not berating you, Paul, because class creates a different distinction, I think, than maturity.
Did you ever watch, I guess, TAM, right? The amazing meetings they have and stuff.
Oh, not really.
Okay, well, anyway, there are meetings that was it TM or whatever. Anyway, they had these meetings. James Randi did one. Bob dropped the I made. Never gave me credit. Well, anyway, I won't be bitter too much. Anyway, but Ted, I mean TED.
Ted, yeah.
Okay. Well, they had a kid get up there one time, and he made quite a right proposition. He says, "Please don't say something that's childish, because not all us kids are in that category. You know, demean us by calling something childish, immature, fine, but don't call it childish." He had a nice little lecture on that. And I tried.
Understandable.
Excuse me.
Understandable, actually. No, my bad.
Yeah, but a lot of things, and now don't call it childish. Try to call it.
There he is again.
Instead of what?
Instead of
having some kind of audio issue.
You know, somebody running around with his head cut off, it's kind of hard to deal with you.
Hey, next time when he comes in, let him talk for a bit. I want to hear what he has to say.
I think he's found his G-spot in his ass.
Penis is okay. Really.
Go on. Do it. Do it for the lols.
If God didn't want us mentally, he wouldn't have invented.
We will do it for the lols. Respect the craft.
So you want him to ejaculate all over us? Great.
Well, Parador, you were the amateur porn.
Hey now.
He's obviously
Hey now,
triggered.
Paranor.
Paranor, run that by
He's
me.
obviously triggered by what we're saying.
I said you want him to ejaculate all over us. Ejaculate, of course. Take
I know
care,
what
Bobby.
I know,
Good
but
to
I
see
know
you.
they kind of,
Well, hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. Bobby, thank you for coming by. I really appreciate it. Hopefully you can make it next time. Have a good night, and thank you for.
Yeah, it's been great. Y'all have a great evening. Love you.
and Bobby, look at
Love you too, Bobby.
Look at my photography.
Sure will.
Okay. Catch you later.
All right. Y'all have a good evening.
You too.
You too, Bobby.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he was around for a while on YouTube. I'm glad he's back.
Me too.
Yeah, I like the Preaching Atheist. He has some excellent content, man. I like it.
Mm-hmm. And he knows his shit.
Converts are the worst. Watch out. And I have a history of that because I converted long ago. I had no coming out story. Feel sorry for me.
Well, I never got hooked
I
in.
have no deconversion story.
Hey, Paul.
Yeah, nobody's crying. All right, fuck it.
I have a conversion. I have a conversion story. I was a Christian for 30 years.
We all have our maladjustments in life. Some are better at it than others.
Eric has many.
What the?
I'm sorry. I mean, you go through you're a teenage and you go through shit, but it's like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. And like I said, as a kid, I used to hit the library at school. I would pick up the books on dinosaurs. Then I also got into astronomy, and not anywhere in there were there any derogatory statements about any deities.
Exactly.
It was all about, this is what we found out so far. This is what we think it means. What we think it means, not what we know it means. What we think it means, and this is our, whatever. And like I said, at the time when I was a kid, there was no asteroid impact, so that wasn't known until I was 1977, about the time my kid was born. And everything was not, this is how.
By the way, you're only muted.
Eric, you're going to have to fix your audio. You keep cutting out.
Open a book or a dictionary, learn some new words.
Come on, guys, let him talk a little.
Okay, sorry. I was quick on the draw. My bad. I forgot Stoner Fart.
No,
next time I will.
But
yeah, the one thing I want to point out, though, Eric is really stupid because he's only. Well, not just that. He's come in with how many different account names now, and he's only been muted. All he has to do is unmute himself, and he can talk.
Hey, it's a 16-year-old boy, if not younger. What do you expect?
You know what?
No,
What
what you don't understand, guys, what you don't understand is when Eric gets muted, he leaves and comes back with an alternate account, thinking he's been kicked when really he's only been muted. He doesn't know how to use the little unmute button. So he spends all of his time logging out and logging in and creating these alternate accounts to come back in when all he has to do is press the little red microphone button to talk.
I just get more and more wound up as he does
this is the funny thing, is I became a mainframe programmer. I was a grease monkey one day, and at age 40, I became a mainframe programmer. I was self-taught and went from there.
Punch card.
And it was funny because they sent me to a school. They sent me to down to Philadelphia. I was in Philadelphia to Penn State and stuff to take some classes. And it's nothing like being older than your fucking damn professor, And the thing I'm getting at is at that age, I learned this shit. At 40, I completely changed my.
We're not moving you idiot. You get muted and you leave.
You're only muted, idiot. You're too stupid to know how to use your own fucking.
Aren't you
what?
Dude.
Oh wait,
Would it fucking matter?
let Amara.
Why? Like now he cannot talk anymore.
Unless he unmutes. Idiot.
Hello,
Does he think that's an insult?
I know, Paul.
I can't deal with children that act like they're
boring.
Yeah, it's very boring. Troll fails because no respect for them.
I know, like picking the most feminine-looking woman. No male characteristics.
So anyway,
calling her a tranny.
What I'm thinking is someone got the link to the fucking hangout and they sent it to people. That's what happened last time.
No. The link you have the same way I got in here. I went to YouTube, got the link there, and then joined. Yep. That's how they're doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't post.
Well, how can I
I'm from Yorkshire.
change it to where? How can I change it to where I don't have to do that and avoid this problem altogether?
Just send everyone just a link that you think is cool to get in, like on.
So in other words, I'll just open a separate tab for Google Plus and send people the link that way.
Oh, you could also put people up where they have to be. They can join.
Well, how do you?
You got muted.
Try.
You set it up where they're in a lobby. Then when they join, you have to then actually broadcast.
You're so stupid. You don't know how to unmute.
Hey, Eric,
Eric, really.
No, quiet.
We're not kicking you out, Eric. You're only being muted.
Quiet.
Do you not know how to Google Plus? You just hit the little microphone button and you can talk again.
Quiet. Anybody hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. What you do is like you do with me. You send links to the person. Yeah. Not that you can't open it, but then when you do open it, to be you're gonna get little kitties. You haven't had sex in 5 years. That'd be me, wouldn't it? Oh well, never mind.
What I wanted to ask that little shit was literally how old he was.
No. The age has nothing to do with maturity.
I'll just say he's 12.
I used to have a guy I used to work with from Lithuania, and I used to go around when I was like in my 30s, 40s with him. I said, you're 60s plus years old. When are you going to mature?
Yeah. It's saddening, people can't find anything better to do with their time than to do stupid shit like little babies.
What you can do, TQA, is pretty much this. Like the same what Redline does. Like people cannot talk until he pretty much broadcasts them.
That's what I explained.
Well, that's what I got now. That's the feature I got on here now. When people first come in, they're not broadcasted at all.
Yeah, you should be able to unbroadcast them as well.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I do this look at him, and then he starts his shit, and you mute him.
Well, he's always going to start his shit. That's the thing. I mean, he thinks he's being smart.
Well, when it comes underneath whatever, and you don't know who it is.
There he is again.
Don't let.
A question for you.
Well, you can't even use an icon. Really, Eric?
Paul,
you're muted, you idiot. You're muted.
Paul, can you stop muting the guy so he can say something?
No. He's a child. I don't listen.
No, let's just fucking do that for once. God damn. Like, at least give him a chance to say something.
Look, if I mute him, if he's intelligent enough, he should know he can unmute what I muted.
He's not intelligent enough. We know this already, right? No, Amara wants to have a little cat and mouse with him. Let's see if we can juice this pig.
No, like I say, if I mute him, if he's an intelligent little boy, he knows he can unmute himself.
Yeah.
And if he speaks words of wisdom, we shall listen.
So
why are you saying that in a Lucky Charms Irish accent?
Yeah, come on, Paul. That's cultural appropriation.
Cultural appropriation.
Hey, don't get him started on the donuts. He'll go on forever.
Donuts? I haven't had a donut in a long time. Among other things.
Like you said, 5 long years. 5 years.
Yes or
That's
no?
all we got. 5
It wasn't even a choice.
Oh, I love that.
Hello,
Hello,
Christina.
I remember. I heard you say that earlier.
Hello, Christina in the chat. How's it going? Christina says hi, everybody.
Hello.
Boy. I am scratching my underarm.
Hey.
I'm done scratching my underarm.
What are you scratching over there, Paul? I think you should do that in your own private time, buddy.
No.
Well,
Oh, that's why we keep muting you there, Eric.
How old are you,
Guys,
Eric?
shut up for a second. God damn. Okay.
No, I want to hear his.
How old are you, Eric?
I'm listening to his rational nonsense.
Eric, let's start with you watching your language for one. Okay?
No, he has no idea how to use the word.
Oh, okay. So how old are you, Eric?
Called it.
That's adorable.
I'm sorry, I just can't deal with
Oh,
that.
Eric, why, if you're 12 years old, are you on the internet this late at night?
Yeah. Does your mommy and daddy know who you are?
Yeah.
He's on the East Coast, I think.
See, he doesn't
Would
know how to.
your mummy be proud of how you speak to your elders? Would you be proud, or would she whoop your butt?
See, he doesn't even know how to unmute himself.
His mom probably doesn't care.
Is she on the heroin?
He's
or
probably an
crack
orphan.
whore? She's a
He doesn't have a mom.
Often?
Orphan.
It should work. Up on the top of the screen, there are your options. There you go.
No. He's uneducatable.
Oh, only unwillingly. Come on, Paul. I mean, he's pathetic trolling. It really is.
He's not respecting the craft.
Yeah.
Your story's not consistent, Eric.
Eric
Pick your backstory. See, when people do acting, they come up with a backstory and they stick to their script and their character. Your character's a bit fuzzy. Just
His
saying.
character is an early
well-crafted.
ejaculation from an 8-year-old.
Cliche. You're picking the usual tropes. A little bit worn out and tired. Some new material, a little bit of reading and education.
Captain Obvious is obvious.
Yeah, it's such obvious trolling. Trying to get a rise out of people, and no one really cares in here.
Look, Eric, Eric, shut up, Paul. Shut up, Paul. I've been enjoying this conversation in this hangout since I got into it, and I have yet to be muted by anybody here.
Exactly.
What does that tell you, Eric? Really, what does that tell you?
Well, I didn't catch all what you said. Sorry.
I have been told in this conversation since I have arrived.
Yes.
I have yet to be muted by anybody.
Yeah, well, no reason to.
Sorry, was I coughing?
Did everybody?
I've had no reason to mute you.
No, I muted the wrong person. I actually wanted to mute Sudo.
I was hearing my bong up. I thought I may have been coughing or something. Sorry.
Amaria wanted to mute Pseudo for the first time.
They don't have if they don't have the secret of the universe, I'm not interested.
42. Wrong Canadian.
42. I love that book.
That was funny.
I really do.
42 in Florida was my exit from 95.
Yes. Stella, I have to ask though, have you read all 5 books of the trilogy or not?
I have.
Wait.
For all 5 books of the
What? What? Are you high or something?
Wait.
I lost my headset. Shit.
Wait. Trilogy.
Oh, you're easy to get rid of. Look, idiot! I've been around since before IRC. You have no idea what you're doing.
Oh, he left.
Isn't Trilogy 3?
Yes.
Well, that's part of the whole Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy satirical nature. It's a 5-part. It's the 5th book of a trilogy. It's part of the whole thing. It's part of 42.
Is this
because
is this
42 really is shit happens?
Is this the new match?
No, it's Douglas Adams.
So long and
I miss
for all the
him.
fish.
I miss Douglas. I miss.
Oh no, not again.
I miss Douglas because he knew science so well. He knew how to
yeah,
a twist.
Yep. Oh, he was a fucking genius.
He was, yes.
Yeah.
I give him. He was above me. I mean, he could take it and then. And if you knew the science, you knew the joke.
Well, the thing about being able to do like theoretical physics or modeling or things like that, being a good scientist, you have to be able to make good associations, right? Correlation of data in your head.
Adams.
But
this is the problem I have.
But comedy is the same thing. It's you have to associate something to relate to somebody else.
Yeah, but this is the problem I have with most physicists. I go up to them and I go, okay, we got general relativity. What is going on with Mercury? And only one came maybe close to give me an explanation out of maybe, say, 6 guys. You know,
Mercury?
You're fit, right? Blah blah blah. And I go into their thing. You know, they got the calculus. They have the stuff. Well, okay. Now break it down. What's going on? That's when you know a person knows.
Explain the problem with Mercury.
What? You don't know the problem with Mercury?
But I want to hear it.
Oh, the progression of the orbit.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you go by Newtonian gravity, the orbit would keep repeating the same way, but it doesn't. It slowly walks, very slowly walks around. The progression of the orbit slowly, but I'm exaggerating quite a bit because it's very
It's
little.
got a wobble. It's got a tilt to one side.
It starts to, it propagates around. It starts to change its orbit. It's not collapsing in, but it's slowly progressing around. And if you know a subject, if you know what's going on, you can break it down. I know electronics. I know how to explain electronics. I know how to go into the detail. I had, unfortunately, Donald White's gone now, a friend of mine, but he was great with me because he says, oh, I hear you study electronics. Yeah, I'm pretty good on it. And then he would ask me a question and I would give him an answer. And he says, I don't know. So I would have to go out and come into from another approach. Well, I would come in from like 3 or 4 different approaches to show him the same results. That's when you know a subject, when you can come in and break it down for even a layman to get a grasp of what's going on. If you know the subject, you can break it down. And I've had like 6, and only one guy began to say, well, that's because the gravity's coming in a little bit different angle because of curvature of space. That was the closest I got to after 6 guys who said that this was their profession. That's when you know when somebody knows what they're talking about, when they can break it down and to your level, whatever the case may be. It's not a derogatory statement because a neurosurgeon, unfortunately, it used to be a good term, but lately with the bozo we have now in politics, being a neurosurgeon doesn't mean shit. So we'll say rocket scientist. When you're able to break it down to explain what's going on to even the common person, use general terms. Then you know the subject. That's all I'm saying. Is you know the subject when you can convey it down to its basic essence.
I can. And actually, there's not really an issue. With general relativity, and that's where my thinking was going, the approximation to the sun changes the procession of time, right? So it does, with it being that close, Mercury's lost seconds are actually accounted for. If you then calculate it for outside of that relative bubble.
Right, but you should be a way to break that down simply. That, it's showing what's going on. It should be a way.
It's relativity. You have to understand the fundamentals.
I'm not saying using 3-letter words. But if you know the subject, you should know what's going on and say, oh, this is what's happening.
Yeah. Because of
it's like if you should have
because of gravitational effects, there is a differential in time from different perspectives.
Right.
That's
I understand
basically it.
Yeah, I understand. Time has slowed down. I understand space has been curved.
Time hasn't slowed down.
See, you had to think on it for a while. That's fine. That's fine.
The space inside the relative difference is moving at a speed which, in relative terms, goes either slower or faster,
right,
than the outside.
Like I said, I have
in their relative space.
Like I said, I have a general concept of what's going on. I know speed determines time, gravitational field determines time. I understand, the warpage. I understand all that, but there's a way. And one guy did come in there and said the gravitational field is coming in a little bit differently because of the warpature.
Yeah.
And the change
gyroscope
affecting the progression. And I'm saying that's the closest I've heard anybody explain it. Because you should
think of gyroscope. Think of gyroscope. Okay. If you were to put a ball, I think, on the inside, it would go at a sorry.
Yeah, well, also you're going to have, because gravity does not work instantaneously, that's going to affect the whole system. I got all that, but it should be a way to get in there and get to the basic concept of what's going on. Now, throwing it at somebody new and they go, well, fine, I'll sit down.
You have to define what space is. That's the thing. And what we know about space is it has a flat plane dependent, and that plane is wherever direction. It's, it doesn't, the directions are endless, right? And influence. So as to what the planal forward would be.
Yeah, but you throw mass in there, which even energy is completer, that gets.
Yeah. I mean, the warpage of space-time, but what is space itself? And that's the.
Because, like I say, that was one of the first things.
Translation issue.
When Einstein knew he had the right answers, when he took Mercury and played with it, and it came up at 0.43 arc seconds per century.
Yeah.
Deviation.
It's like density of space. But that's not saying it correctly. But that might be some, be able to understand or conceptualize.
Somebody who studies this stuff, having already gone through this shit.
I know.
And that's the problem. Because, like I said, I used to do stuff with electronics and stuff, and people would go, whoa, 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 and what's funny? It's one time up on the board, I'm showing a high frequency, and I'm doing a lot of blah, 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 with sine wave. And below that, I put a low frequency sine wave. And I actually had a guy look at the two. He says, well, what's the difference? And, well, what can you do now? You're looking at it. This is how many frequencies will go by in a certain second. And this is that. What's the complication? I couldn't break it down anymore. Some people are.
Yeah, but you had to worry about quantum tunneling.
And that's why the sun is making energy.
Well, right here in about, I think about 5 minutes, guys, I'm gonna have to hang it up.
We're breaking your brain melt. Okay.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
Quote unquote. We got non-sleeper topics.
Now, I was watching a thing on one of these ones I just found lately, and she's talking about 15 million degrees. And oh, we're talking about the sun, and of course that's what she was talking about. And then it gets in. It's like they're teaching kids. It's English class, and where they actually had the big names come in and give presentations and stuff, and
yeah.
And right away, and yeah, well, okay, we're going to get into the quantum physics, or not quantum, yeah, because, 15 million degrees is not hot enough to have nuclear.
The thing is, it doesn't translate into English very well. That's the problem. I mean, it's unfortunately, it's really impossible to dumb down even some of the conceptions of quantum physics.
Well, yes and no. Some people are good, and some of these speakers they had were terrible.
Yeah, but you have to also understand they would be doing the same thing that we're bitching about in public schools by having it dumbed down so far that it sends the wrong message.
Yeah, but I mean, I've had speakers I've listened to. You can listen to like the old ones of Richard, he was a friend of
Feynman.
Yeah, John. Yeah, him and I could say I know James Randi, and he would talk about him. And what he would do, James Randi would set him up. And one day he had Feynman pick him up at the airport. He throws his luggage in the back. They go to their favorite Mexican restaurant, which I was glad to find out he likes Mexican. And then James Randi does the thing with the spoon. The melting of the spoon, kind of a trick, And Feynman looks at him and says, "Is this one of those, ones I have?" He has to ask questions in a yes or no, to find out what's going on. What Feynman didn't know is, he picked him up at the airport, but Randi was there the day before, and he set up the spoon by bending it and getting it ready to go, and then he threw an empty suitcase into the back of the car. But he went to
we also have to remember Feynman was a magician as well.
Yeah, but Feynman loved these things, and he was always a poser. He would give him a poser, and then this is one of the ones he had explained, went into detail on.
Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. You guys can sit here if you want and talk, but I'm gonna shut it down. Thanks to everybody for showing up. Thank you for coming in, Stella, Pseudo, Amaria, Paranor, and Paul.
Me too.
Thank you, guys.
You can't forget Eric. Thank you for coming in multiple times.
Making us feel more intelligent. That's always good. You've done your good deed for the day.
Yeah.
You ever doubt your intelligence? You just need someone like that to come in and you're like,
And like I always say when I close out a video or a show, if you guys be safe out there, and if you can't be good at it.
Which is pretty much a tip for Eric. Be good at trolling or don't even try it.
He wasn't good at
exactly. Has he never trolled?
Now I will have to say when it comes to trolls, I was trolled really good a couple of months back, so.
You won't go into that right now, but it'd be nice.
Yeah, no, we won't.
Yeah.
But anyway, a vampire cult site once.
That
was funny.
Okay, bye. Get you later.
Bye, y'all.
But you guys have a good one and be safe out there, huh?
No,
And you take care too.